me the full. It's not giving me the full screen. All right, guys, just bear with me. We're just testing here. See, it's not giving me the full screen on that thing. Still on this thing. All right, we're just testing here, guys. So bear with me. See how this.
Make it public. Then go to a new project under the video editor, right here, and select Cyberpunk or one of these themes, and start it up. And it doesn't really matter what you call.
Let's say go under a Cyberpunk new project under Cyberpunk. And what do you do? Just change it around. How do you change it around? I don't know how you change that around. Bear with us, guys.
This woman hid her pregnancy from the world because she was carrying the child of a prince, the next heir to the throne of Spain.
Where is?
But once born, your PlayStation 5 is a power.
All right. No, I need to go back to that other thing. This is frustrating me. Back to where I was at.
And start it up. And it doesn't really matter what you call it or what you name it. So I'm just
trying to get back to.
So do you want to have a live stream?
All right, guys, we're trying to
just live
get this running, but
and you're not actually playing.
It's not the official stream yet.
You don't want the camera like as a small overlay somewhere on the screen, and you want to have it the entire screen. How do you go ahead and do this? Well, there's one way I found out that you can do this. Now let's go over to my PlayStation 5 and I'll show you. So if we start up the application called Share Factory, now we can press the share button on our controller.
And that's what I did.
And open up this screen right here.
I opened it up.
Then go over to broadcast and start up your stream. Now you can go to YouTube or Twitch, just add your title in, and then make it public. Then go to a new project under the video editor, right here, and select Cyberpunk or one of these themes, and start it up. And it doesn't really matter what you call it or what you name it, so I'm just going to go to continue.
So how did he rename it? How did he rename it? Alphabetical order by selected. But how's he renaming it? All right, there it is. Project rename. I'm just going to rename it. So we'll do. Bear with us, guys. I'm trying to get this camera to go full screen too, so.
How's it going?
What's going on, man? I'm trying to get full screen on the camera using the PlayStation shareware software for the PlayStation 5. So I'm trying to get my camera to go full screen so we can get this going, but we'll try to get it running, so just bear with us. I'm trying to title this now under that. Oh. All right, let's see. All right, continue. Now, how do we get that screen to show up?
Go to X, the plus icon. Then go over to Add Track 2.
Where did he go?
And when you do this, your camera will display right away. Now,
where did he go for that track?
Then go over to add track 2. And when you do this,
I stopped that and moved that back. So where's
cast and start up your stream. Now you can go to YouTube or Twitch, just add your title in and then make it public. Then go to a new project under the video editor right here and select Cyberpunk or one of these
we got
themes and start it up. And it doesn't really matter what you call it or what you
Who's
name
the
it, so
guy
I'm
in the
just going to go to
background? His
continue.
voice doesn't sound
Now,
like
under
he's
this
in the room.
screen,
I'm
right here,
schizophrenic.
Pokemart TCG, dude.
Icon.
We're trying to get the camera to
Then
go
over
live.
to add
Where did he go
track
to
2.
add track?
It-
Where did he go? Trying to add that background on here. So get this camera
Then
live.
go over to add track 2.
What button did he hit to go?
Then go over to factory. Now we can press the share button on our controller and open up this screen right here. Then go over to broadcast and start up your stream. Now you can go to YouTube or Twitch, just add your title in and then make it public. Then go to a new project under the video editor right here.
Brand new, trying to use the
and select
PS5 to
Cyberpunk
camera to
or
go
one of
live
these themes
with the full
and start
full
it up.
screen.
And it doesn't really matter what you call it or what you name it, so I'm just going to go to continue. Now, under this screen,
All
go
right.
to X.
Is that an old chair?
All right, I got
Then
it.
go over to add track.
I went to X. Edit note. X. I hit X.
Right there, add track 2.
Add track 2.
Yeah.
And then, all right, so,
2.
well, all right, there's my camera. Oh, hey, there's my, here you are, you. It's not bad, eh?
Right away.
Hey, what's
Now,
up, guys?
It's only like half screen. You can actually make it larger than this. Press triangle right now, and boom, your camera will now be kind of full screen. It's at like 85%. You still have the black
All right,
bars.
so we got that looking good. What's up, guys? Holy cow.
AR.
All right, so we got this on, but now I got to figure something out. How do we get this so I can shrink it down? Oh, boy. Cold in the house, guys. We're running out. We got heat issues. Well, we got the screen up
Who's the
over there.
beautiful lady?
That's the wifey. We're in my bedroom, which is going to be our streaming room for the studio. But I wanted to come on here live. I wanted to figure out how to get the camera to go full screen using a PS5 camera, because it is a 1084p camera. But I want to come on here and talk with you guys live, because I haven't been on here like in this, like with the studio, like showing everything live in like in like a year or so. So I wanted to come on here live. I don't even know what it looks like. How does this look on YouTube? Go up on YouTube and see how it looks, because this is opened up, but it's a test. It's a test. This is just a test hit. We're still gonna talk, but I got things going on in my life still, guys, and I wanted to talk about the market, because a lot is going on. A lot is going on. A lot of stuff. A lot of people being manipulative, I want to say, and causing FOMO. Yeah. So, I mean, I had the green screen, which normally would crop this down, but we're on the PS5 camera, which on my live streams when I'm normally playing gameplay, I'm trying to do it without playing games, where I can come on here live and have a real like live podcast to talk with you guys. But
Your icon is still showing up. It's like I see a full-size picture, then your cute little face on the side.
yeah, because that's it's doubled up. Probably because I have the camera on, but it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So in reality, I'm just going to tell you how I'm doing and what's going on, so you guys understand my situation. All right. We still have like a full-fledged subscribers.
Can you bump it to the left?
That to the left or the right?
To the left, he said.
To the left or the right? Which way you to? That's over that way. All right. I guess I can move my chair over. All right. So, is that better? Is that good? I'm just going to leave it rolling the way everything is going, guys. I mean,
Perfect.
all right. It is what it is. So I want to go off. If you guys have been following me on my Instagram, I don't have the link in the description. It's not there. I'll give it to you live. PokeTuber Jedi Hustler on Instagram. If a lot of my subscribers had followed me on there, you would have seen the real deal, all right, of what I've been doing behind the scenes, and know that I was still buying, collecting Pokemon, trading, and everything, just as if I was here with you guys live. And I told you guys just before I had shut this channel down for renovation that make sure you guys are following me on Instagram and follow me on my Facebook. I actually told you guys. That way you can follow the history of Pokemart TCG. You can actually see what I'm doing behind the scenes, because I've been here all this time listening to other YouTubers, Better Productions, been coming in on. I've been doing a lot of game lives with you guys, Call of Duty, because that's basically the time that I had that I could do that with you guys, to actually give you some kind of streams, because I was going through and still going through some stuff. And I'll go over that in a little bit, to give you guys a broader insight of what's going on in my life and why I'm not like back full-fledged doing videos, all right? But yeah, I've been here, guys, all this time. I have a $1 million collection now, a $1 million collection, basically all sealed. I've been still buying, trading, sealed products all throughout all the things that were going on in Pokemon, through the ups and downs to this hobby from the last 2 years, with a lot of stuff going on, where now we're in a situation where there's not enough product around, and scalpers and all that other people that are buying and reselling is back in the hobby again, and One Piece took off, and now Lorcana's like took a slide back, and now Dragon Ball Z is on the uproar. And you know, I've been watching Rudy from Alpha Investments, and I got a good friend. I'm going to say he's a good friend because I've been talking to Nostalgianomics on his lives and off his lives. And I consider him a good friend of mine, regardless to what he's been pushed through the mud.
What's up, Mike?
What's going on, Pat? That's Power Channel. We got one of our mods here, Pat. That's Power Channel. Welcome, Pat. Hope everything's going good in the scrapping world. I know you do. I've been watching you scrapping. Yeah. So the Nostalgianomics been going through a lot. I've been with his channel ever since he started. He's been dragged through the mud. You know, and we share similarities. Rudy from Alpha Investments, another one that I follow. I follow the champs, man. I'm in the ring with the champs. I'm staying with the champs. And both, you know, well, Rudy, I think should have more subscribers, but he's the GOAT. You can learn a lot from Rudy, and he has similarities to that of Bill Gates. And why I bring that up, guys, because Rudy has a lot that I can identify with myself, because Rudy started up not having a lot of money, not having a family that had a lot of money, but Rudy built his empire through credit cards that he leveraged in to acquire financial status, buying products, that he believed in that would be worth money or that he could flip and trade. Because if you watch Rudy's, there is some history on Rudy on live stream. I watched one. I forgot who the guy was, but I think the title of the video was "Who is Rudy from Alpha Investments" or whatever, and they show how Rudy started off, how he went to college, he was fired from his job, right? Because they found out he had a lot of credit card debt. But Rudy took credit cards and established wealth. He leveraged them out to acquire Pokemon, to acquire Magic the Gathering cards and stuff that now is worth multi-millions of dollars. All right, and where I can say I identify myself with Rudy is because I told you guys the very same course that I took when I started with eBay with Dave Espinino. Now, you guys have to do your own research. And a lot of us that built financial status, built wealth, right, may not have had the best lifestyle, the best growing up, had moms and dads that gave us a silver spoon that we were well off in to go on in life and continue carrying on the legacy of having mom and dad at our back giving us that silver spoon treatment. You know, we started our lives poor. We didn't have a lot of money, but we used credit cards to empower a business. Same thing that Bill Gates did. Bill Gates took 8 credit cards. Do your history, guys, because I did mine. That's why I can speak on it. Bill Gates took credit cards, leveraged them. He spent the money on the credit cards to build Microsoft from the ground up to where it is. And Rudy did the same exact thing. Use credit cards to empower a business. And I can identify myself with Rudy and Bill Gates because I took a course in my early on in the hobby of reselling. And when I was an eBay power seller myself, I started off with credit cards because I didn't have finances. I didn't have the financial status of thousands of dollars that I could throw into something to flip on eBay to make profits. So I used credit cards that I leveraged in and I bought products. I did retail arbitrage to make money. And I did it for years on eBay using Dave Espinino's OPM program, using other people's money to empower a business, leveraging credit cards. And now some people in this hobby, in the Pokemon hobby, are using credit cards too. The scalpers, flippers, you know, all of those guys, even the rip and shippers, you know, even the ones that have a Pokemon business are using credit cards that they're leveraging in and building massive accumulations of Pokemon wax and then selling them either on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, TCG Player, and on Facebook Marketplace. All right. So there are many ways that if you started a business, and this is how it all falls back into Pokemon, guys, because I want to just share with you guys that even though you may not have the best finance now, you're starting at the bottom, now we're here. You know that song, we started at the bottom, now we're here? I started at the bottom. All right. And all through the course of these 14 years that I've been on eBay, I turned the TV off. I'm no longer watching Price is Right. I'm no longer watching Let's Make a Deal or Wheel of Fortune, guys. I've been spinning the wheel right here in this hobby. And while I was gone, all right, you could say gone from YouTube, but not gone from the Pokemon hobby, is I've been building financial status with an asset that's tangible. That is the Pokemon. It's the Pokemon cards, the sealed product. All right? And it's, you know, there's no more secrets out, guys. The secret to making grandma's cookies, right, is out in the wild. Anybody in this hobby can do it. Anybody can go from zero to be a hero. All right? And it doesn't matter about how much money you got, because I started here on a $25 budget when I started in this hobby, and now it's really no budget to where, there's no amount that I can put into this hobby that, it's not going to bother me because I already know my risk to reward ratio. I know that if I dump it into sealed product, guys, that based on my own personal knowledge and gains already, that I'm going to be well. Even if I bought the worst set to the best set, it doesn't matter. It's all good. It's all good. And I remember a lot of PokeTubers. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. I'm not here to talk about any other YouTuber that are talking about that ancillary products are not profitable. You cannot make no money. And there used to be that era of channel content creators that used to tell you guys, hey, these ancillary products, the loose booster packs, regardless that we got these scanners now that you can scan the packs and get the hits and all that stuff, and the UV and the ones that can scan the whole booster box and everything, and their packs can be resealed and all that stuff. That these tangible products, guys, these ancillary products, your loose booster packs and your tins and all of that stuff, the mini tins are not investable. And now the whole front page of the Time magazine, of the Pokemon magazine rather, or the Pokemon hobby, has been dismantled because now ancillary products are investable. And you see the PokeTubers now talking about booster bundles because now we're in a world. We're in a world now, guys, where booster boxes are not being produced as much as they used to be in the past, right? The Sun and Moon era to the Sword and Shield era, now into the Scarlet Violet. Now that Pokemon acquired the new facilities, they're finding that the booster boxes are the best way to accumulate a lot of packs, right? But now that they're not printing those booster boxes like water, like they used to, right? We're getting a lot of ancillary products in the form of UPCs and ETBs and booster bundles and mini tins, and then you got your Costco, your Sam's Club drops, and everything else in between that even Walmart and Target are getting stuff that LGSs used to get because Pokemon, guys, has smartened up. All right. They realize that if they print booster boxes, they're losing money. They're leaving money on the plate that they can make themselves. And guys, take a step back. Let's look back to how did we get to where we are, right? If you look back some years ago, I don't have an hourglass, but I've been in the hobby long enough that you can see that a lot of us have been taken advantage of, right, by LGSs, and LGSs took the distributors took advantage of LGSs and brought us to this point where Pokemon said, you know what? We got the card shop, we got the distributors, both were in the wrong. I'm not saying every LGS, I'm not saying every distributor, right? GTS, Southern Hobby, whatever. Any of these distributors, I'm not saying all of them are. I don't even know which ones, right? I haven't done my research that far to decide, well, we can say this guy is bad, that guy is bad, but we can say that for a fact that distributors did take advantage of the market based on the secondary market pricing in which the scalpers were making all this profit, right? And the distributors looked back and said, wow, you know what? We can charge LGSs this much amount. And, well, LGSs, you're going to pay this amount of money because these scalpers, these resellers on eBay are making all this money. And the distributors themselves are getting it from Pokemon. So nothing's changed from that price. Pokemon didn't raise the price to distributors, but distributors raised the price to the LGSs, which Pokemon said, you know what? We got to do something to combat this. And both are taking advantage to a point of our customers. Our customers are leaving the hobby. Our customers are being misled in a way where they're overpaying for this product. So what did Pokemon do? What did Pokemon do, guys? Right? They started up all these vending machines. They went and started Pokemon vending machines and started distributing booster boxes and booster bundles and mini tins and ETBs and booster boxes into vending machines because they themselves, the Pokemon company, said there's money on the table that is being stripped away from us where we can make 100% profit if we just put them in vending machines. We could cut out the distributors that are screwing up the LGSs and giving them product at a higher rate based on the secondary market where, hey, how can we service our customers better? Well, we'll make vending machines and we'll service them all throughout different counties and cities, and that's what they've been doing. Look where quietly the Pokemon company has been each and every year. You look up and you can see that a new vending machine is popping up in a Kroger, a new vending machine popped up in a Publix, a new vending machine popped up in some form, shape, or way. It popped up in a place where there wasn't one. And slowly they've been growing and building up. Pokemon has been slowly building up each year. The amount of vending machines hasn't been going down. They've been expanding. All right. They have been expanding because they see the demand. They see the misconception of what the distributors were doing and what the LGS stores, some LGS stores were doing, taking advantage of their customers. Right. And they've been making these vending machines and packing a product where they were putting them out there at regular MSRP. All right. And then, well, they also see that people are using glitches and stuff like that and manipulating the prices to get more product out. And then there's fights all over the place over the product, which now Pokemon said, you know what? We got to somehow figure something out. We need a bigger facility. So what they do? They expanded again, guys, to hopefully produce more product to the market to cover the demand, to keep pricing down. But still, demand is exceeding what's out now. And we got people that are the MSRP gang that if you want true MSRP, guys, you're going to have to hit the Walmart, Target restocks because I don't see true MSRP even at LGSs. It's not there. Charizard UPCs, $200. But if you had a Sam's Club membership, you can go to Sam's or Costco's. One of those have a 2-pack bundles. They were sitting there for what, $166 for 2 UPCs. Or you can go and get the Prismatic bundles or the 151 bundles or the Unova bundles for the black and white at MSRP, for it's under MSRP from Costco and Sam's Clubs if you have a membership. And, we see all these fights and stuff breaking out over that, and people are buying that product, selling it back on the secondary market, and, it's not doing anything to the pricing. The pricing is still staying the same because even at my Walmarts, guys, where I got blasphemed for being, on my older videos, and I shared it. I'm being transparent. Where I used to clear shelves at Walmart, I used to buy up a lot of product. I mean, that was years ago where I used to clear shelves of box sets and everything, and this stuff was around. Nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted. If the demand was back on Sun and Moon and XY era like it is today, I mean, everybody was crapping on me because I was clearing the shelves on stuff that was already being clearanced at the store, where I was buying Shining Legends 2-packs that were double sealed, double packed, and I was buying them for $12 and some change, and I was buying what do you go? Evolutions, XY Evolutions off the shelf, and Burning Shadows 3-pack blisters, and Evolutions 3-pack blisters, Sun and Moon 3-pack blisters. Nobody wanted them. And people were, my comment section got blasted out. Oh, you didn't leave any for little Bobby or little Susie or little Ken. You know, you took all the product, right? And I was getting blasted out for buying a product that nobody wanted. And we've seen many episodes of this buying product that nobody wanted, and then all of a sudden when a popular YouTuber, right, say PokeRev or any of these other popular guys go out and say that they like a Celebi card, all of a sudden they are being blasphemed as manipulating the market and causing FOMO for people to go out and buy all the Celebis or go on a TCG player and buy all the Celebis. And I'm quite frankly, I don't think that's what the YouTuber intended that to happen, but it did. It did happen. It caused FOMO. It caused people to lose money. Some people might have lost some money because they over-leveraged themselves for all the Celebis, right? There was content creators saying we're causing the hype and causing product shortages because of a card that they liked. And, you know, this whole market, Pokemon market, is crazy now. It's crazy. And I don't think it's going to get anything any way better as we move forward until those printers come back on and we see what Pokemon is really going to be up to, what is really going to happen, right? But MSRP, if you want MSRP, you have to go to store, Walmart, Targets. We even had some LGSs, and I don't blame them. Some LGS stores locally, even in my own area, are going to Walmart, Target, and buying stuff up that they're reselling in their own store for a markup. It's kind of crazy how it is, but they're not getting the product from Distro. Distro doesn't have the products. And I don't see a lot of, like, you know, from my Walmarts, I can clearly tell you we get product in and it gets quickly wiped out. We get a line of people and they quickly hammer in on all the product, all the ETBs, boosted bundles. Those are like the first things that go. And then the collection boxes go. The loose packs, depending on what they are, like when I say loose packs, sleeve packs. Depending on if they're Destined Rivals or if they're Mega Evolutions. If it's Destined Rivals, I even seen them leaving Destined Rivals, like 2 rows of Destined Rivals sleeves. It must have been about maybe 100 sleeve Destined Rivals. I seen them leave them. And they took the One Piece at will, that newest set from One Piece. They grabbed those instead, grabbed the ETBs, and they left the ancillary products like the Pokeballs, D25s, and the stacking tins with the new Destined Rivals. I think Mega Evolutions and Phantasmal Flames are in those tins. They're leaving those, and they're leaving these guys, which I have in my background. Well, they're not in my background. I'll have to pull them out. I'll show you what I've been getting. I've been grabbing these knockout boxes, which are $11, which have 1 Surging Spark and 1 Twilight Masquerade. I've been grabbing these. I got 10 from the restock from this week. Cost me about $100. So literally, guys, from the restocks, it's not much that I'm able to get because I'm being very, very picky. Like, I know Surging Sparks is good. I know Twilight Masquerade is good. I want the product. I want them. So I am building up. I ripped a whole bunch of these already. Like, I wasn't saving for a video. But now I went on TCG Player. They have these listed. I paid $11 for these, and they're worth $18. So I'm going to leave them in the pack sealed because this is something that if once I do start up, and I do have my Shopify website, if I want to sell sealed product, I can throw it on my Shopify website and do that. So I'm going to keep these sealed as I get them now. I'm just going to keep them sealed, and I'm going to mark what's in them, and I'm going to be checking them. to make sure that Twilight Masquerade and Surging Sparks are still in them, because Pokemon can change at any point in time that what product is in them. So I've been picking that up. So there's not much coming in at Walmart's that I myself am able to pick up. It's scraps. It's scraps. I mean, if I want, I can get Phantasmal Flames Checkout Lane blisters, which I really don't want the blisters. I bought out literally. I bought out what's that? That hardware store I went to. We went to $4,000. I spent $4,000. What was that?
One in Monroe? That's the one you're talking about?
The one we went to, and you were with me. And I said, well, should we go to Pine Bush and get it?
Oh.
It's right out there in New Windsor, right there. That we have a hardware store, and I spent $4,000, guys, $4,000 on Mega Evolution sleeve pack. I paid $7.99 a sleeve booster. Was it a mistake? Was it a mistake? People say, oh, you spent $8.99? Yeah, I bought out 4 hardware stores of the entire sleeved Mega Evolutions. I paid $7.99. All right? Yeah, I overpaid, and now I'm buying Mega Evolutions for $4.97.
Was it Ace?
Ace Hardware. Wife said it. Ace Hardware. I went to Ace Hardware, $4,000. I spent in one day. Went to 4 different Ace Hardwares. I bought the entire display of Mega Evolutions, all their sleeve packs. Every one they had in there, I bought them. And this was back when Mega Evolutions just came out. It was hard to find. Oh, it was already hard to find product. And I said, I'm not playing around. I'm just going to drop the bomb, pick these up, and I'll just dollar for dollar cross average. Was it a mistake? Well, now you look at it, I say, well, I could have bought some Mega Evolutions now because I see it sitting on shelf. I see it sitting at Walmart, Target. And I do pick up some sleeves here and there for $4.97, and I do get a discount because I work for Walmart, right? So I do pick it up, and get some at $4.97, which I pick up some here and there, Mega Evolution sleeve packs for $4.97. But I spent already $4,000 worth of money into Mega Evolutions, where I bought out 4 Ace Hardware stores earlier part of 2025. So I have a lot of Mega Evolution sleeve booster packs that are in a tin that I all bought from the four Ace Hardwares, and I have them separated where now Mega Evolutions that I'm buying in sleeved from Targets and Walmarts for $4.97. Those are in a separate bin because I'm dollar for dollar cost averaging it to equal them out, so I can bring that cost down to $4.97 for each of those that I paid that $7.99 from Ace Hardware. I'm trying to bring that pack price down. But meanwhile, guys, I'm picking up Twilight Masquerade, booster bundles, all kinds of stuff. So all throughout this whole, if I am able to backtrack a little bit, all throughout this hobby, we'll talk a little bit about what's going on in my life. Then we'll go back to the hobby, if that's all right. I lost my parents in 2025. Both of them, guys. Lost my mother in February of 2025, COVID lockdown. She died of dementia. And then I lost my dad the day after Christmas. He died, still battling cancer. My brother was in the house when he passed, and that was in December of 2025. Since then, I've been battling. We hired a lawyer, which we had to, because my dad didn't leave a will. And me and my brother are not his biological sons, and he left no will. So the house and everything that goes with it goes to his nieces and nephews. So with that said, out of the 7, 4 wanted to give everything back to us? 4 out of the 7, 4 wanted to give back their portion of what they would have got if the house and everything was sold, they wanted to give that back to me. My bros had our lawyer to take care of that. And the three remaining would get whatever the division was once everything was sold. They would get their share after it was sold. So we have one side of my dad's family, the nieces and nephews, three on that side, battling my brother and I for their share of the house that has to be sold. Because, like I said, my father didn't leave a will. So everything goes to the heirs. The real heirs of his property are his nieces and nephews. For them to resign that their share of the house to us, we had to hire a lawyer that sent out affidavits and all this stuff out to them, and they send that. They get that, sign that off, send that back to the lawyer, and that clears me and Jeff of anything that if they try to sue us and say, hey, I didn't see anything, I didn't get my share. Well, you reneged on that when you signed that paper. You said you were going to give up your share, so that covers me and Jeff, right? Me and my brother Jeff. So three want everything they can get out of it, which I was pissed off about, because me and my brother had to cover the mortgage. Me and my brother had to pay the keep the lights on through this clause of everything, and maintain the house as if my dad was alive. And I was trying to buy my dad's Acura RDX from the bank. All right, and the bank, it's $24,000 had to be paid on the car to buy it. The bank gave me 10 days to pay it off, and in order for me to get the title into New York from a Florida register owner, since it's tied up in the estate, I would have to have the real heirs of the property sign off on a title so they can give me that title to register, so I can register the car in New York State. So the bank was making it hard. There's no title in Florida for the car because my dad didn't finish paying the loan off on the car, which the balance was $24,000. So there's no title on the car. He didn't have a title. I guess they issue that title after the loan is satisfied. So I was going to pay off the $24,000 to get the car and then register. I wanted to have his cards for me as a piece of him, right? Because all I have to remind me of my dad is his iPhone. I have his iPhone, all right? And my brother has his watch, all right? Which still have to be paid for. There's $600 left on this phone, and the balance of the watch that matched up to my dad's iPhone. Me and Jeff split that, and he has the watch, I have the phone. So the bank was making it hard for me to buy his RDX, all right, and gave me 10 days, right? And there's no way that I could, even if I paid out the $24,000, no way for me to get a hold of my lawyer to get all of those papers signed from the real heirs to turn it over in 10 days to the bank saying, here you are, here's all the people's signatures on this paper. In 10 days, I got to come up with this, getting a hold of the lawyer who has to process all that, get a hold of all these people, then mail out those papers and get it back. There's no time. So I let the car go back to the bank. The bank repossessed the car. And I wanted that car. It was a 2022 Acura RDX, all right, and it had 25,000 miles. And I wanted that for me because it was a piece of him. And I wanted that car really bad. And the bank made it hard, and it hurt me, broke me, guys, because I wanted the car. And there wasn't an issue with the money because I had the money, all right? And I had to turn the car in. So with that, the car went, all right? And now leaves us to the house, which I'm not going to go through too much on that. But I will tell you that the original lawyers that we hired told me that September, they should be finished with everything. That was of last year. They would be finished with everything, and by September, we'd be able to get the house up and sell it and everything. Well, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, the lawyer didn't do jack squat for the entire year. Didn't do jack. Me and my brother were left in the red, paying on a house, paying the mortgage on the house, paying all this stuff, and the lawyer that we try to contact, untouchable. Didn't respond back to us. We left messages with her receptionist. Even Nikki on the Rasco side of the family, my stepfather's side of the family, she never got any phone calls, and we had to get another lawyer involved. And my wife shot an email off to the lawyer, and one of the higher up lawyers in the firm, I guess there's 4 partners in that firm. I'm not going to tell you what firm we got, but we finally got contact from the lawyer, like from the head honchos, like wanted to know what happened with the original lawyer that we hired from the firm. He wanted to know who it was and what happened. And my wife spewed out everything and said what we were going through and what was going on. And now they want to make it right, guys. Now that firm wants to make it right. All right? Now they want to make it right. They want to do whatever they do. My wife said the lawyer was apologetic and everything over the phone. I'm sorry. What can we do? And then said that she tried to reach Nikki, which is a lie. She didn't contact Nikki at all because Nikki did not get any contact from that lawyer. So why lie? You're already under the red already with me and my brother and my wife for not doing anything concerning my father's estate. So why lie and say you try to contact? Just say, hey, you know what? We messed up. We messed up. So you messed up. We'll deal with your mess up as we go forward. So now we got the lawyers that didn't do nothing for my father's estate. Me and my brother was making payments on the house and mortgage. Opened up a can of worms. We're paying on a house, paying on everything, and the lawyers sat back, did nothing. All right, now when we hired a new lawyer and my wife shot an email, now they want to do whatever they can to make it right. All right, I'm going to leave it at that, guys, because we're not even done. All right, and I was heated. I was mad because of everything that I was going through. I even shouted. I even reached out to my dad's brother's wife, Renee, and I talked with her and I let her know what I was going through, how I felt about the whole situation, about, how me and my brother had to just make payments on stuff. And I got to live my life, guys. I got to live my life, right? I got my own things I got to attend to, my own family here. And I have to deal with my dad's mess with the house, paying on something that's not mine, fighting another side of the family for what should be mine. I mean, the right thing to do. You put yourself in my shoes. Like, if your parents died and now my dad didn't know you and he buried your parents and all that stuff, because we went through a lot of red tape down there at the house. I'm not going to go through it live video, but we went through a lot of stuff while we were going through the house, from what my dad left, the big mess, and trying to, go through and find a will, and then found out there was no will, and then had to find out we got a battle of family for what should have been ours in the first place if they just do the right thing. Everyone on that side of the family just do the right thing and sign the papers over, say, you know what, Bill Rasco was your dad. It's your dad, not ours. My dad worked hard, guys, and I don't think he left it for them not to go through a battle. It's because he had cancer and he had his own things he was dealing with. My mom's death, and his mind was already bogged down with what he's going through, that it was in the plans that he wanted to do the will, but he didn't get it done. So now we get stuck with having to fight 3 members of the family that should just sign everything over. In my eyes, just sign everything over. But you know what? I figured these guys are young kids. Their life is not probably the best, or maybe they need the money, and it all comes down to money. And money is the root to all evil, guys. It changes people It can buy people for a short time. It can buy you some freedom, right? Because people can be purchased. And, you know, in my eyes, I talked to my Aunt Renee, said, you know, it's not right that me and my brother had to pay out all this and the other three just waiting and getting a payday from this. And I said, when I spoke to my lawyer, I was like, I should have had, it should have been on the forefront of my talk is like, hey, since we're not the only ones that's going to benefit from this, right? How come me and Jeff have to pay out? It should be 50-50 split with the three that are getting something out of this as well. We're not the only one that would get a check, right, when everything's done and sold. When the dust settles, right, I'm not the only one getting a check from the lawyers, right, when they close the house, we sell the house, sell everything, right? I'm not the only one. My brother's not the only one. The three other people that are getting part, they should be the ones paying out on helping us with the mortgage and helping us keep everything going with the house. It should be a 50-50 split all the way down because they're the real heirs, not me and my brother. Why does it fall on me and him to have to always have to pay out on this thing? And this was my feelings, guys. I'm just spewing out because this is how I felt, and this is what was happening, right? And it was just upsetting to me, and I was just letting my just unraveling, you know, to my aunt on how I felt about the whole situation. And you know, it's just bad. It's just bad. It doesn't feel. I had bad feelings, man. It just you know, it still doesn't sit right with me. But you know, I can't go into more details, all right? Because live media, people are going to burn this up anyway, and I'm not here to blaspheme that side of family, blaspheme anybody, all right? But the fault falls on my dad. If you really look at it, should have had the will in place. And I should have, when I was going on vacations, going down there, made sure that that was already taken care of. And in my eyes, in the back of my head, I thought he had it already planned because my dad was a smart man. All right, he was a smart man. He always had things planned out. I figured he already took care of this stuff. Had it already planned because he was that kind of guy. So comes out that, you know, the cancer and everything going through on my mom, the passing of my mom, he's dealing with everything that it just slipped past him, man. I mean, it just slipped past him where his life, he left this life before he can process what he, you know, everything that he wanted to get done. And all I can say is, guys, make sure, you know, if you're a parent, you know, of your own, and you want the best for your kids, make sure you got your will set up. Do it while you're young, while it's on your mind, fresh in your mind, because when you get old, you get stagnant, you forget about things, and you say, oh, I got time. And, you know, time is not on your side. You know, time is not on your side. Make sure you have it done, man. Get that will and everything set. And know your state, that where you're in, because my dad may not even have known that Florida was a probate state. If you had no will, stuff goes into probate. It doesn't go to your kids. You know, you got to have that will set up to have to protect that, the assets and protect what you want to go to your loved ones, man. So make sure you got that in forefront to avoid, man, just catastrophe all the way around, man. It's just, I'm not going to say it's a bombshell. It's just an eye-opener for me. My eyes was wide open. And I'm going through this hobby, right, trying to continue to invest in it and make do on that, and then making payments, you know, that come from, you know, that take away from what I could invest in, take away. So, you know, but I was still here with you guys in this whole rut of a situation that I was dealing with. I was here. All right. And I was here. I was buying, I was selling, I was trading, and I was able to buy an Acura RDX A-Spec for $30K. And it's debt-free. It's paid, the car's paid off. And I can say thank you to Pokemart, guys. For Pokemart. from wheeling and dealing, from vending at shows. I did vending, did a lot of Facebook, did a lot of trades at shows, and it was all possible. And I says, and nothing is impossible in Pokemon for anyone. When you start at a budget and continue to press forward, no matter how small that you are starting off, you can make it to whatever you want it to be. And that's what I like about this hobby. And you have to, what I also can say, guys, is sometimes the lights are on, right? I'm talking. And this is what you got on YouTube. You got a lot of people just bop, 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 bop. And sometimes, no matter what other content creators are talking about, if they're talking about you on YouTube and what you do, it could be jealousy, it could be hate towards you, they could be jealous because of your status and where you are in this hobby. Sometimes you just got to brush it off. So, I'm going to let the people talk the talk, but I'm going to walk my walk no matter what. I'm going to walk my walk. And that's sometimes, like I said, the lights are on. But sometimes when you turn that light off, right, what do you get? Silence, right? Sometimes you got to shut the noise off. So sometimes, if your favorite content creator is not talking what you need to be hearing, turn them off. You need to, I heard this saying, adapt or adjust. And this is, in this market, yeah, you're going to have to learn to adapt. And there's different ways of adaptation. All right? And I'm so glad that I didn't listen to those guys that said, hey, don't collect the ancillary products. Don't collect the mini tins. Don't collect the loose packs. Those are hard to sell. They're less liquid. And all of that noise, like I said, you got to turn that light off. You got silence, right? I shut off those content creators talking about the ancillary products. Now all you hear on YouTube is ancillary products because that's all Pokemon is printing, guys. No booster boxes, right? So I'm so glad that I kept marching to my own beat, that I was always capitalizing on ancillary products, the tins and collection boxes and stuff, and I broke them down. From Hidden Fates all the way back to XY, Sun and Moon, I was buying those ancillary products. And I still have ancillary products that I, break down. But before I break them down, guys, I use the Shiny app or the Collector app, and I'm looking at my collections, right, of how many boxes that I got of the Kangaskhan or the Lucario or the Venusaur EX or the Charizard UPCs or even the 151 UPCs that I have on the Shiny app. And I'm looking at all my booster bundles that I have, and I'm got them all tracked on the Collector app or on the Shiny app, and I'm looking at the charts and the graphs and watching them grow, watching my portfolios just like escalate in this market. And it continues to drive me to continue to just buy. And I buy to what I can afford, and I'm not leveraging in with credit cards. I'm just paying cash, what I have available to buy, and I'm setting them, and I'm throwing them in a Rudy's basement, guys. I'm doing a Rudy's basement with everything, throwing them in there. And I'm setting them and forgetting about them. I'm not worried about them. I'm not going back and say, well, the Shiny app is always good. You can track your collection. The Collector app is good. You can track your collection. But I'm not looking at them and saying, wow, look at this money grow on this thing. I'm going to keep going. No, guys, I look at the app, but I've been in the hobby long enough that I focus on a select few YouTubers that their data, their history, track record is on par. All right? And I take the bits and pieces from them, from that YouTuber, from that YouTuber, from that YouTuber, and I make my own judgment call on where I'm going to park my hard-earned money. All right, because it's not their money that I'm using. It's going to be my money. And at the end of the day, I got to be accountable for me. All right? And smart money runs a market. And I want to put my money into smart items that I know that are going to perform, right? And here in Pokemon, a lot of people, well, I'm going to say not a lot of people, people on YouTube kind of like uh, compare it to the stock market. And because you have graphs in the newspaper and you have grids and stuff you can watch and see where things are going. But in Pokemon, I think we have an edge where, like, look at this. This I can say is a piece of stock. I paid $11 and some change, minus my $10 discount from Walmart. So I paid, say, $11 for this, and I'm already up $8 on this because the TCG player, these are going for $18. You can literally go to a Shiny app or go to TCG player, buy something at MSRP off the shelf, and you have a stock that already performed and outperformed its regular MSRP, and it's worth another price. You can't do that with traditionary stocks, like buy into a dollar stock and predict that that dollar stock is going to $2 tomorrow. But with Pokemon, guys, it is so easy to buy items that are going to perform. And literally, you can't go wrong because everything sealed goes up. Some go up more than others. Others have a slower trend, and then the more high-performing sets like Destined Rivals, Evolving Skies, 151, Crown Zenith, Prismatic Evolutions, Mega Evolutions. See, we can name some top ones that we know, top-performing stocks, right? And we can name top-performing sets. And at the end of the day, you can see how they're performing already, and you have the opportunity to make your portfolio worth even more later on by buying in now. And I'm going to tell you straight off the bat, there's no wrong in this hobby. When I say no wrong, it doesn't matter when you get in. And I mean, what I mean by that is it doesn't mean if you bought a booster box for market price now, doesn't mean that, oh man, I over leveraged too much. I spent too much money on that box. I should have waited. Doesn't matter, guys. Because if your initial plan, like this, if your initial plan is not to open it, you're just going to put it in a Rudy's basement, who cares? You're just going to set it, forget it, keep buying, keep buying, keep buying, put it away, put it away, put it away, right? If you have that mentality, your collection's going to grow. Over time, it's going to grow. And who cares whose collection is worth more than somebody else's because you bought higher than they did? I don't care if Nostalgianomics bought X amount at lower and I bought these prismatics, my 300 prismatic booster bundles. I don't care if I bought mine at 50 and he got his at 35. It's all according to what you're willing to spend at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, both myself and Nostalgianomics gonna profit. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. How much profit? Yeah, he'll make more than I did because he got it at a lower cost than I did, but who cares? I'm not here in competition with anybody over what I pay and what they pay. I don't care what they paid. I care about what I pay, right? So sometimes, like I said, you got to turn the lights off, guys. Turn off some of these content creators, these ones that are making MSRP gangs and get it at this price. Doesn't matter what you paid. Don't try to compare yourself to what you paid and what somebody else paid because you get yourself all mixed up, all jumbled up, and get mad at yourself for paying too high. Who cares? If you're going to just put it away, you're going to do good at the end of the day. All right? By the time you're willing to let it go, you're going to do good. All right? I'm going to tell you guys some stuff, I'm going to show you some stuff that I actually got up, that I took out of my portfolio, and these are for sale I've got them on my Facebook page, Mike Dab 6. Go check me out on my Facebook. I got a 5-star rating. All right. So we'll talk more a little about Facebook. I'm going to show you some stuff that I got, and I got it up on Facebook right now for sale. And I've been going through some of my stuff. Some stuff I've been selling some stuff because I'm happy with my profit. See, and this is another thing. Don't worry about higher gains. The gains will come, but if you got a lot of product, yeah, you can make slow gains and let some go here and there. I've been doing a lot of trading lately, and you know, I've been letting some stuff go here that I'm happy with letting go, and I moved into other positions, and I'll tell you guys what I let go, and I'm going to show you some stuff that I have now that I took out of my storage just the other day. They've been listed on Facebook for about 3 days. I'm going to show you that, and I'm going to bring them over to you and show you exactly what I got. Glad I got the full screen up. Just bear with me, guys. I'm getting the product so I can show you what I got. All right. So these are a few products. Look, I'll stick that out of here. All right. There we go. So these are a few products that I took out of my storage unit. That I got through some trades that I had for a while that I'm happy to trade off. And I got them on Facebook Marketplace right now. I'm looking for Pacific products. And I'll show you what I got. So this is a Paradox Rift Build and Battle Stadiums. This has 2 Build and Battle Stadiums in there. Build and Battles that have the promo cards in there. So I have a Build and Battle. This is Battle Stadium. They're not making these anymore. This thing is retailing on Facebook Marketplace about $75. So I have this on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm looking to either sell it for a cash profit, right? Sell it for a cash profit, or I will trade it for, and I tell people exactly what I'm looking for. Like I'm looking for Prismatic, Crown Zenith, 151, Destined Rivals, Mega Evolutions, or some Scarlet Violet era booster packs, loose. They could be sleeved, collection boxes, booster bundles, this kind of stuff that what I'm looking for. I post up and I let them know what I'm looking for, and I'll get people hit me up and say, hey, I got this or I got that. You get some low ballers. You deal with a lot of people on Facebook, a lot of people just talking. A lot of people on Facebook just talk, guys. Sometimes the deals don't even go through. But this is what I've been going through. I was building up while I was away from the channel. So the year or so off the channel, guys, I was building up my reputation on Facebook Marketplace, where I have a sale, a professional ratio of a 5-star seller rating on Facebook Marketplace. And you can read the reviews from people that dealt with me. We got a few people that got mad. I had one guy that was supposed to come to my house and meet me. And then I contacted him, say, hey, dude, what happened? And I got a response back. He said something about his car. I said, all right, well, you said you were going to be here at 3, but why didn't you contact me about your car? Because I locked up the afternoon to meet with you, and you're still not here, but now I got to contact you, and now you're telling me your car? Why couldn't you just contact me and tell me your car? Something was wrong with your car. So he got mad and stopped responding. So with that, I left the chat, and then next thing you know, he left me a rating saying, Mike got mad, and he got mad because I told him I had an issue with my car, and I understood that he had an issue with his card, but I had to contact him for him to get back to me. Why didn't you tell me you had an issue with your card? That's why you didn't show up. I locked up the afternoon, and by the time I contacted him back, it was already past when he was supposed to be here. So I left the chat after I got that, and he left feedback on me saying Mike got mad, he was very rude and nasty and all. And I was like, oh my God, how can Facebook allow somebody to leave a feedback on somebody? And they didn't even do a deal. So I chatted back in there. I said, dude got mad because, I wasn't doing the deal, but he was already late and I had to contact him back. You can read the chat and the comment on that on my Facebook. You get some people on there, they get mad because the deal didn't go through or they didn't get their way. And I'm supposed to wait all day for these guys. So this is what you get on Facebook Marketplace that you can't get on eBay. You get the same kind of BS. You got buyers and no showers and all that stuff. And this is what you got to deal with. And if you're happy with doing that on Facebook, guys, Facebook can work for you. But this is what you got to deal with. And I had to deal with that on Facebook. And people were allowed to still leave feedback. I don't know why, but they still were. And I took it. And I'm just going to comment back on them. Then I block them and I'm done. I just continue going on. My whole career on here is positivity. I'm looking to make clients because clients that I have come in contact, Facebook Marketplace was another reason why I built up my reputation here on Facebook Marketplace while there was a downtime on the channel because of what I was dealing with my parents, that they both passed and dealing with the house. That timing couldn't have been any more perfect than what it was because something was happening. And at that time when I closed the channel down, my mother died. So it was a good timing on my half that I shut the channel down when I did because there was a whole aftershock that I had to deal with. So, yeah, I had to deal with some clowns on Facebook, and you'll have to deal with them too. If you're okay with doing that, Facebook is a great place to grow and share your YouTube channel and, share reels on and share your story and everything. And then you're able to share it on Instagram, which I shared over. So I had that Paradox Rift build a battle. Guys, if you're interested, I got this up. $75, TCG player market price. Factory sealed. They're not even making these no more. Probably going to go up, but I have one of these. No big deal that if I let it go, it goes to $100, goes to $100. I mean, no big deal. I have one, so I'm letting it go. Put it up on Facebook Marketplace for sale or trade. Let it go. I have quite a few celebrations. ETBs. These are going for 300. I see some sales, some talks on TCG Play in the chats on Facebook of people getting $450 for the celebration ETB. This is not a Pokemon Center one. This is the regular ETB. But celebrations could be $1,000 box, $500 box could, right? But I put it up. I put it up. I want to see what kind. I want to feel the market. I want to feel the market and see what kind of traction I get by offering these up. See what kind of offers I would get from people that don't have it, that want to get one, what they would offer me. And I had one guy offer me a prismatic Costco box, and he offered me a ETB, not an ETB, a booster bundle, prismatic, and a Mega Evolutions. And I turned it down. I said, guys, it's not, you're about $200 something worth of value here. This box is like $300. So I got to get that much in value from it, in trade. I'm losing out on that deal. Even though Prismatic is good, Prismatic's still in print, guys. Celebration's not in print, in demand, and going up right now. It's trending up. Prismatic is still being printed, but roughly about $10 a pack. Prismatic is everywhere, right? You can find Prismatic. It's not like a end in Prismatic. It's around. It's still being printed, where Celebrations is not. And people want to get this stuff before the 30th anniversary is causing uproar on this. So I put a Celebrations box ETB out there as 10 packs, factory sealed. It's a really nice minty box. Put that up on Facebook Marketplace. Now, mind you guys, all this sealed product, guys, I might have plans to make my own Shopify website to put sealed product up for sale, stuff that I want to sell, including my own mystery packs. I'm not going to talk about that right now because it's going to be top secret on what I'm doing, but I think you guys are going to like it. But I have a mystery product. If you take a look over here, I'm going to take the camera off of here, going to run it over here. If you take a look, I do have the claw machine here in the studio. Take a look. There's the claw machine, slot machine, coin pusher, and vending machine in the studio, guys. So all you guys that thought that Pokemart TCG, this guy has gone off of YouTube, this guy is not doing what he said he was going to do, everything that I promised you guys, you saw it right here on this video, right? You could have also saw it if you watched and followed me on my Instagram and on Facebook, MikeDab6. You would have saw that, hey, Pokemart TCG is on a roll. Pokemart TCG is doing everything that, guys, this guy going to be on fire. That Pokemart TCG standing behind his word. That he's going to do what he said he was going to do. All these years, it was talk for talk and all these things that I said I was going to do. The walk is done. The work is done. As I made money through this hobby, I bought product and I bought the items that I said I was going to do for this channel. So all you guys that walked away from this channel, that you left this channel because you said, it's stagnant, this guy isn't doing what he said he was going to do. Well, I put my money where my mouth is. And you just saw it right here on the live. You saw the 4 machines. I even have them ready to go. All right, the studio's not ready to go because I have to set the background up, but I still have things to do that I'm attending, all right? And getting that set is another story, all right? I'll get that set. It will be set, all right? But I got some other things I have to go through, all right? And that's why I'm not back full-time YouTubing Pokemon and investing talks and all that, because I have still got things in the works that I have to deal with my parents and the lawyers and stuff that I'm still treading through the water with to get my parents' estate settled and get that part of my life a closure, all right? So hopefully you guys can be understanding about that. A lot of you guys have been patient. I know Bennett Productions, loves watching me doing my YouTube, will always want to know when I'm coming back. I know a lot of you guys that may be coming back to the channel, now see, but didn't know what was going on. But guys, behind the scenes, look what I have done. Everything that I told you I was going to do, you got them. The coin pusher, slot machines, been with me all through this time, but I didn't have the other machines. And now they're here. You saw them live on the channel. Right here tonight, you saw them. So, yes, I have one final machine. That final machine is $3,500. That is the final machine to go in here for the Play It, Trade It Arcade Stadium for this channel. Everything else is going to be a new, renovated studio with all new computer equipment set up, lighting, to go with it, on top of a new paint job, because I'm painting the studio back to white. Well, it was originally blue, but it's going to white. I painted it beige, but to make the lighting work in here, I'm going to paint it white. All right, so the studio's reverting to white, and then I'm going to be making our Play It, Trade It wall with the prizes and all that stuff on the wall for our Play It, Trade It games. And then I'll probably be doing, after I get that set up, be sharing with you guys how everything's going to work on this channel. All right, so I got a lot of big plans. They're still on the burner, but nothing for this channel is impossible for me to do. All right, just to keep that in your minds, that nothing for this channel is impossible for me to obtain and do. All right, so just got work to do. just got work to do. But I got some other things I have to tend to. And, sometimes YouTube, I had to take a backseat to YouTube and the studio because of my other works that, has to go first. So back to other items that I got up that I've been moving through. I did have the Zacian and Zasamenta ETB Pluses. I got rid of all of those and actually worked with a game store in the Poughkeepsie Galleria, Graphitopia, up next to Kirkland's. I've been working with his shop, setting him up. He wants video games and stuff like that. So I did have some video games that I had. And I got rid of my sleeves. I got rid of actually empty deck boxes. Got rid of a bunch of stuff that I traded to him. And I got a bunch of sealed loose booster packs. Some Silver Tempest, Surging Sparks, Destined Rivals, Mega Evolutions, Twilight Masquerade, ETB booster bundles, Destined Rivals booster bundles. And I traded him those Zacian and Zasamenta ETBs as well. He's selling for $200. I sold him for about $145, and I have had 10 of those. 10 of those I had. So he has those, and I got other sealed packs, and I have this box. I only have one of these left. I only had one, and I got onesie twosies that I'm letting go. This is the Zacian and Zasamenta Ultra Premium Collection Box. Has 16 packs. This is the big boy. All right. And I'm letting this go. I forgot what this is tending. It's at TCG Player market price. So I have this up for trade. Same thing for Prismatic, Mega Evolution, Surging Sparks, 151 Crown Zenith. It could be the Unova, black and white packs, booster bundles, boxes. I'm after that kind of stuff. So it's boxes and packs and tins and stuff that I am looking to acquire a even larger position on. So that's what stuff that I have here, I'm looking to trade for. So with the stuff that I have here. So I have that kind of stuff that I'm looking for, and I'm letting go some of this other stuff. So, guys, the march goes on. So, with that said, I got, some of you guys probably didn't get these. Remember these bad boys? The VMAX Dragon boxes from Target. This was a Target exclusive. It's a double-sided box. Has, I think, 12 packs or something like this. So I have quite a few of these bad boys. I said, you know what? I'm going to see if I can put these up on Facebook Marketplace, trade off a few, see if I can acquire some more Destined Rivals, see if I can acquire some more Mega Evolution, see if I can acquire some more Prismatic, whether it be the Costco boxes or the 151 Costco or Sam's Club mini tin collection boxes that were limited to Costco or Sam's Club, if I can get any booster bundles or anything like that, and even loose packs depending on what they are. And I've listed them up there. I listed this item up on Facebook to trade for that. I don't want any raw cards. Like I have raw cards. I don't want any raw cards. My position on raw cards are very slim, guys. Very slim. So these are what I have. I'm trying to get rid of these. Don't really own anything raw except some cards in my binder. But that's about it. I mean, my binder, just hand me that big binder right there, the black one. I'll show you what's in my own personal PC, just for clarification. Like some of you guys say, oh, you got all these Charizards and all this. No, I let all that stuff go. All that stuff is gone, guys. All the Charizards and stuff that I had from years ago, all that stuff's gone. It's now sealed product, 100% of my portfolio. But here are some of my collections, which include these Destined Rivals, or whatever these are, Rapidash, right? So very few. I'm buying these, and then I have the Rayquaza. I own 2 of those Rayquaza Trainer Galleries. Check those out right there. Below that Valiant Alternate Order Trainer Galleries, I have 2 of those. And then over here, I have the Charizard UPC promo or whatever, and then the other promo or whatever. And then I have the Raging Bolt SAR. And I think that about closes out. That's my personal PC. That's it for my own personal PC in this top load binder. That's my own personal PC. It's cards that I believe in are undervalued. I'm picking up, and those are ones I'm putting in my portfolio that I'm going to wait, set them and forget them. That I'm buying in at the low, and hopefully they'll go up. And those, I'm just gauging the market on those, trying to buy some. And I watch what's his name? Pika Pika Papa. Been watching his YouTube for cards that he has on there, because he has the data is the data, right? So I go by the data, and he shows undervalued cards or cards that could be trending up that are undervalued. I watch him because he backs it up by data. And like I said, the data is the data, just like Nostalgianomics says, the data is the data. So, and who makes up the data? Well, the market does. So I go by what's proven in the market, guys. All right? Not by someone just behind the YouTube saying this is that and this is this. It's proven. So that's what I look for. And then I try to capitalize by buying into some of these cards that I believe in, that that person is talking about, making my own judgment on it, that I believe in. Not that just because he believes in it, you have to convince me. And I have to say, all right, yeah, I believe in that. And then put my money down on the table and buy the card. So I'm believing in YouTubers that if I believe in their call, I'm going to make the call on that and make the same play. So that's what YouTubers that I follow, to be transparent, to make clarification on what they're calling as undervalued. Does it make sense to me, right? Because my money at the end of the day that is being spent on these cards and products that they're saying are going to go up, or this card is going to go up, right? So this is why you have to follow YouTuber content creators that are being transparent, fully transparent. And I'm going to say it again for the record, because I clearly had talks with Nostalgianomics, both on live streams and on his Instagram, where we both had conversations, where he was conversating with me and I was conversating back. And I told Nostalgianomics, Alex over there, I said, hey, Alex, dude, we have to be transparent with these people, with our followers, with our, because each and one of your followers, I consider you guys as family, as clients. And I said, we got to help these people. We got to be the lighthouse on the ocean to help these folks from getting knocked up against the rocks from all these other content creators that are just being manipulating them, right? So, and you can speak to Alex over there. Any of you guys know Alex from the Nostalgianomics? You can type it in, tell him, yeah, and he's going to tell you, yeah, I had that conversation with Pokemart TCG at one point, which was about a year ago. So, and so far I can say Alex has been upfront with you guys, and he's one of your content creators you could probably trust. All right. And if you get on his bad side, he's not going to follow you. He's not going to support you. And I'm not trying to make buddies or anything with anybody. I follow my own accord, guys. I don't need people to say, oh, yeah, you're right, Pokemart TC, we got your back. I don't need that, because so many things can go wrong, and then you get people backstabbing you. So I just follow my own accord. I answer to me. So any mistake that I make, it's on me. So you can talk to Alex on that conversation, and about being a lighthouse on the ocean and being transparent. I told him. All right? I told him, because I didn't want him to fall victim to trying to manipulate you guys for gains, right? All gains should come natural on YouTube. You either like the content creator for the advice that he's giving you because he's open and he's being transparent and he's not taking sides to people that are being false prophets or are trying to manipulate market, right? So I try to be transparent with you guys. I have an open door on this channel, and for the most part, I speak my mind. Whatever's on my mind, I lay it out to you guys. I don't have anything to lose. All right. In the Pokemon hobby, I'm in too deep. I'm in deep in positions already, but yet, you know, it happened because of the YouTubers that I followed, the advice that I was given, and I took the instructions and I ran with it. And yes, I had financial gains all throughout my whole course in this hobby. And I'm just thankful for the people that I did follow, for the advice that I did take, and the action that I took. Because it was up to me at the end of the day to park my money into Pokemon. It wasn't being forced upon me. It was because I took the action from the advice from the YouTubers that I followed. Right? And that's why I said we have to be a lighthouse here, man. You know, the gains will come because the people are going to become believers in what you preach. You shouldn't be preaching a false narrative on here just for profit. You know, you always want to treat someone how you want to be treated. And at the end of the day, that's why I try to treat each and every one of you guys that follow me. I try to give the proper advice. And I always have tried to be that person that gives you the proper advice because, you know, I didn't want to be out here preaching something that I wasn't even doing. If I wasn't doing it, I don't want to be out here saying I'm doing it and I got no receipts to prove it. I can back up everything that I say because I got the receipts to prove it. And like I said, you can go look at the storage unit walkthrough on my PokeTuber Jedi Hustler, and that old video, when I posted it, is in no comparison to what that storage unit looks like now, because it's overwhelming, the amount of stuff that's in there now compared to that video that was done a year ago, because I'm still doing exactly what I've been telling you about that I've been doing. So there's a lot of people on here, false teaching, false prophets, false investors, in it for just gains, in it for just clicks and videos, and I'm in it for the real deal. I got to cramp my leg, inner thigh. I get it because I do the truck at Walmart, so it's a lot of bending, a lot of pressure. But yeah, so back to stuff that I'm moving. About 3 years ago, I picked up this. Check this out, guys. This Power Tag Team Powers collection box. Take a look at this old bad boy. I got this. I can tell you exactly where it came from. It's a minty, minty box, guys. Minty. Minty. Look at all those old promo cards. I did a trade in New Jersey with this for this box about 3 years ago. It was one of my first time going to New Jersey at the Ridgewood card show hotel. It was a Ridgewood hotel. I did a trade for raw cards and slabs for this box. I can tell you what I paid for the box in trade. What the box value was $350 at the time. This box, guys, go check TCG Player. It's going for about $2,000 now. $2,000 from a $350 trade when the box was $350. I only have one of those. Box features Umbreon and Darkrai, and a bunch of, it's 4 promos, and you get the smaller promo of the Darkrai and Umbreon, which Umbreon is the #1 chase in Evolving Skies, and everybody loves Umbreon, right, because of Evolving Skies, so this box is taken off. It's trending up. It's at $1,198, $1,199.98 to the exact, trending up. Who's to say where this box is going to go? But I am happy with taking the gains on this box at letting it go. So I put it on Facebook Marketplace for $2,100. It's that $2,100 mark. There's only 2 listed on Facebook on TCG Player at this current time, and who knows how many are out there? Who knows how many are out there? But I have one minty box, and I am looking for good trades, or you can do a partial trade and cash. Definitely with Prismatic, 151, Crown Zenith, Destined Rivals, booster boxes. Shoot something my way. It's on Facebook Marketplace, it's the same thing. I have that. So I got those up there. I got a whole bunch of other stuff, guys. I mean, I got, whoops. I'm going to share with you some more stuff. So we're going to have a little bit of, this is yours, Eunice. All right, so let me just get this out of the way. I got boxes over here because this is where I got all my listings. So I'm going to just share with you guys what I got going on. Just so you guys can see. All right, can you hear? All right, we got that on the floor. All right, so some more. Watch your. I got Pokemon VHSs. Got these from Elephant's Trunk about 5-6 years ago, guys. So I have these all. I found them on eBay. The sold, completed. I have them all listed here. I think it's close to about $250 to $275 in value on all these VHSs. A lot of them minty. I want to try to bring it up to the camera so you guys can actually see titles on the names. Let me move it into the camera that way so you guys can see. I have VHSs. Still looking to move those. Oops. And I have. Uh-oh. Angel, what are you doing?
What are you doing, folks? What's the mic doing something?
All right. I have some good stuff too, guys. I have Evolving Skies. Check out Lane Blisters with Chillin' Rain. TCG Player has these things listed at $85, guys. So I have a bunch of these. I had over 300 of these available. I'm down to my last 22. And I'm looking to trade these for Prismatic, Destined Rivals. So I do have Evo Skies here, guys. 2-pack blisters with pins, and they do vary on the pins. I have Evolving Skies, Celebi, Jirachi, Latios, and Latios. So I do have that. I have Garbage Pail Kids. There's a ton of other stuff that, I mean, I could be here literally for another hour here talking about what I have. I have some Garbage Pail Kids sealed product. I have some Fortnite Fortnite sealed product and Saint Raw cards. I have a ton of Pokemon. That it's. I sold all of my through last year. I sold, guys. No joke. If you've been on my channel, from day one, you remember my peg setup that I had, my peg table with Team Up, Unbroken Bonds, Cosmic Eclipse, Roaring Skies, all of that stuff. Guys, I sold my Unified Minds booster box. I sold my Roaring Skies. I'm not going to go over value, but I can tell you that the Roaring Skies went for $4,000. The Unified Minds went for $2,000, $2,500, something like that. Gone. Evolving Skies, over 5,000 packs. Not Evolving Skies, Hidden Fates, gone. Team Up, Unbroken Bonds, 400 packs of Cosmic Eclipse, Team Up, over 500 packs of Burning Shadows, Evolving Evolutions, Sun and Moon base set, Crimson Invasion, Dragon Majesty, Shining Legends. All of those packs, guys, gone. I sold them all. Gone, guys, gone. Gone. I sold them all last year. So you can add up values on whatever you want. You can remember when I showed you all those packs that I have. There's videos of it. Gone. Sold, guys. Sold. And the hype of this hobby. Yes, Pokemart TCG sold off his positions on all his evolutions, Shining Legends, Dragon Majesty, Hidden Fates, Cosmic Eclipse, Burning Shadows, Crimson Invasion, Evolutions, Shining Fates, gone. Crimson Invasion, gone. Burning Shadows, gone. Team Up, Unbroken Bonds, gone. Yes, I sold it all. It's all gone. This box reminds me of some of the older packs that I had at one time. Gone, guys. So, in my possession, just to be transparent, in my possession now, guys, is mainly Sword and Shield, Scarlet Violet, and Mega Evolutions Error. And it's held in booster boxes, ETBs, Pokemon Center ETBs, booster bundles, collection boxes, mini tins, Costco box, Costco drops, spread out, multiple hundreds of units. I took the money that I made, I moved a lot of it into legendary collection boxes, prismatic, booster bundles, the big boxes from Costco, the big boxes of 151, Blooming Waters. I got a ton of it. Ton of it. And Crown Zenith, ton of it. Boxes, tins, ton of it. Like I said, I got the receipts. Once I get the storage unit set up with my racks and stuff, I'm going to run another video, and my story from what I say I got unfolds again, because it's clarification on, with you guys, what I say I did, I did. So I hold large positions, guys, of Sword and Shield, Scarlet Violet, and Mega Evolutions Error. All right? So, you want to know what happened with the money, right? What'd you do? Pokemart TCG. Yeah, Pokemart TCG is good. Pokemart TCG is good. All right? So, but I did invest back into the hobby with sealed products, and still doing it right now. And I'm just being more careful, more precise on and being very picky on what I'm buying. And see, in this hobby, you can be very selective, guys. You can hand select what you're going to buy and what you're not going to buy. And this is what I'm doing. I'm like, what do I want more of, right? What don't I have? And is it worth picking up now where something else that's overpriced? I think I'll leave something that I think is overpriced and I'll go to something else. Like I don't have no Ascending Heroes. I don't have any Ascending Heroes. Too much. It's too much. Okay. Where I can put into like Prismatic, it's $10 a pack. Where Ascending Heroes like $40. Doesn't make sense that Ascending Heroes is $40 for 3 packs. Why is it that high? Well, it's that high because you can't get product, right? So, but I'm not putting the money in that. It's too much money to try to get 100 packs. You're over $1,000 plus to get 100 packs. Where I can put it into Prismatic, where if you look at it realistically, do you see Prismatic going to at least $20 a pack? And if you can see that happening with Prismatic when it does go out of production, hitting at least $20 a pack, does it make sense to buy it at $10 and hold it? To me, it makes sense. So that's why I buy it. Same thing with 151. Do you see 151 hitting where Evolutions is? I mean, where Evil Skies? Do you see it? 151 hitting 25 to 30 to $40 a pack? If you believe in that product, or you can see that product is going to go there, then does it make a wise choice to buy into that set at the cost at where it is now or even lower? Because sometimes you can get deals on Facebook Marketplace buying from groups and stuff on Facebook Marketplace that have distro or don't have distro but have access, right? So this is where I'm like putting pieces of puzzles to Pokemart TCG, and my portfolio of sealed, I'm trying to make sense of that and saying, you know what, where I'm going to get the best bang for my dollar if I buy these at this price, dollar for dollar cost average in and get this at that price, and dollar for dollar cost average again and get that for that price, versus buying Ascending Heroes or buying something else that's overpriced. See, this is what you can formulate in your own decisions, guys, when you're in this hobby so deep and you know a lot about the hobby, where these newbies coming in just making money, fast, flip. Yeah, I just let those guys do what they're going to do. I'm going to do what I do because I know what works for me. And I'm not here just to make money flipping stuff quickly. I don't care if it sells or if it don't sell, because I'd rather trade with it. And I'm going to get more out of the trade into a product that I believe may exceed what I'm trading off. See? And this is because you only get this from knowing how the hobby operates and being in a hobby as long as I have. Been in a hobby over 14 years. All right? And it's a lot longer than other people that, hey, you can hate on me or you can love me, but hey, I'm still going to be here regardless, right? And I'm just trying to teach people the way, right? Be in that lighthouse. And you can either walk this way or walk your own way. Make your own assumption about me or about whoever. But this is the walk that I walk. And that's why you got to be very careful who you listen to, who you subscribe to on YouTube, and whose direction you follow, because it can either break you or make you. And, I've been broken before. Like I went into Beanie Baby hobby, right? Beanie Babies. And yeah, I made money on it, but then I ultimately had to sell everything because Beanie Babies died out. The fad was over. And I don't think Pokemon is going to be going anywhere anytime soon, but it's not going to go to the likeness of what Beanie Babies did. And I'm 100% invested in this hobby now. So I'm in too deep to give up, but I could pass the torch on to someone who wants to take over what I started, because I think it will work for them, right? Like if I have no one to pass the torch to, then ultimately I have to sell what I got, right? Sell off. But I've been in this hobby. I know what works for me and how it works. And now, being that ancillary products are the ones that you should be trying to formulate, and which ones are the best ones that are going to build a portfolio to the status of where you want it to go, based on the packs inside. Same thing with collection boxes. What are the packs inside? There are so many different plays out here, guys. So many plays that you can make with, if you look at side by side right now, which box would you prefer? Would you take the Moltres box with the Team Rocket, or would you take the Charizard box? And some of you guys say, "Oh, I like the Team Rocket because it's got the promo in there and it's got the packs." Well, yeah, it has the packs, but as a selection of packs for a destined rival Team Rocket themed box, does it make sense to pick that up at the price of where it is? For me, I'm not worried about the Team Rocket box. You know what box I'm worried? I'm not worried about the Team Rocket box. You know what box I think is going to win by a landslide? That Charizard EX. Because I can get that for about $130, $125, $130 a box. And I think that's the one to make the play on. Because the pack selection far exceeds the Team Rocket, despite the promo that's in there. The promo's out twice. Once in the box, and then there is an actual physical card you can pull from Phantasmal, right? Phantasmal Flames or Mega Evolutions. So you can pull the card from the packs, or you can get the promo. For me, that Charizard, only one of those promos, right? But the pack selection is crazy. So for me, the winner for building a portfolio that I can trade off some of that position to get Team Rocket boxes, which I don't think should be more expensive than the Charizard box. But I think the Charizard box is going to perform very, very good. And the price points at which you can pick it up with, I think the Charizard box is undervalued. And, I could see it doing great things down the road. All right? Just saying, that's my perspective on it. You can go with Team Rocket if you want, but I'm saying that Charizard EX box is the go-to. Pound for pound because of the packs. Hey, Ava! No white. Get all that chocolate. So, yeah. So that is the box for me. So, the market, the market is torn. It's split. You got One Piece collectors. You got Dragon Ball Z collectors now. You got people saying people left the hobby. But definitely Pokemon is in a shortage, man. And are they going to have enough time to print up some of the other stuff that is being forgotten right now? Like Stellar Crown. When was the last time we got a Stellar Crown reprint? Now it's showing up. The sleeve packs are showing up in Kroger's, but when was the last time we had that box reprinted? Been a while. Been a while since I see Journey Together even out in a while. Sleeve packs or blisters. I know they did put them out in Walmart a while back in the spring or summer of last year, but what happened? But I think the whole market has changed. The way we collect has changed, guys. And I think it's changed for the forever future. Going forward, this is where we're at. Where booster boxes, yeah. If you didn't get them when they first came out, when they first initiated the set, I think you may not be getting any. They're going to revert to ancillary products is where you're going to get it, because they see that there's more money to be made, because Pokemon is a business. So they're going to look at profits. Rather than make a booster box that's the lowest cost per pack to give you the most packs, they're going to go to those ancillary products where they can make more money by printing them and putting them out. So they, the ancillary products are going to be our money makers, especially the booster bundles and the ETBs and the UPCs. Those are going to be where you're going to get the most packs is going to be out of the UPCs. Second, you're going to get them out of the ETBs. And then third, the booster bundles. Right? So these ancillary products, sleeve packs and all that stuff, they're all going to be worth a decent amount if you hold on to them long enough. And depending on how hard they are to sell, well, you got so many ripping shippers now on TikTok and Drip. All you got to do is join up into a Discord somewhere, into one of these groups where you got a ripping shipper that wants to buy them. I know Alex from the Sellonomic buys, he puts up a buyback sheet, buys packs. You'll be able to sell them. You'll be able to get some money, and you might be up on your sale too, because you sell them when it went up, because he's offering you a decent margin based on the value of the pack, because he's got to make money on them, flipping them onto his clients that are buying the packs. So, and you're still going to be up on it by selling. So there's definitely going to be money to be made, guys. And these auxiliary products, ancillary products, there's going to be money on the table for anyone who's buying them and adding them to their portfolio. Surely they're going to go up at one point sometime or another. So, the market has definitely changed for the forever future. As far as MSRP, you want MSRP, guys, you got to get a Walmart Target, right? Walmart Target. Just like the LGS. Some of the LGSs are going to Walmart Target and picking up this stuff. So you're going to have to go there. You want regular MSRP? You're not going to get it at your LGSs. You're going to have to go to Target, Walmart, get on these lines with people, and hope that they got the stuff you're looking for. And I've just been, like I said, I've been slowly acquiring the knockout boxes and collection box, some collection boxes like Kangaskhan, Venusaur box, because of the packs inside. Because of packs inside. Destined Rivals, you got Mega Evolutions, Phantasmal Flames. You got a great pack selection in there that you can check with the Shiny App or Collector app to see if the market is marketing right with those boxes, see if they're worth keeping the whole box sealed or breaking them down and get the packs out. Sometimes that collection box might not go up, but the packs inside do, which break down, adds up the profits if the box doesn't go up. So, it's just like, you have to do your own due diligence in this market, and you can make up your own decision on whether the box is a good box or a bad box based on the packs inside that's already in there. So it doesn't take an Einstein like, well, this is a bad box. I think the Kangaskhan is a great box. Will it do good over time? Well, we'll have to see how the Kangaskhan box performs. If it doesn't perform, you break it down and you make grading plays with the promo, but you break it down for the packs inside, because the packs inside are pretty awesome. You got some Destined Rivals and Mega Evolutions in there, with some Phantasmal Flames, and whatever other packs. There's 4 packs in there. So there's some plays to make. Same thing with the Venusaur EX box that came out. Some of these other ones, the Maspoftif, box, and what is it? The Kingdra boxes and stuff like that. You have to see what the packs are inside. These packs still have to perform. Hey, they see you on TV. You on the cameras right there. Oh, they don't want to see you crying. Hush up. You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. Say hi to the people. Say hi to the people. Say hi. Just a little baby you guys hear on my videos. Say hi, Ava. Say hello. Do your little tickle like this. A little tickle wave. Hello. Do the tickles. It's a little baby you guys hear on my background. A little baby we take care of, we watch. So you hear her a lot in our videos. And, well, in my video anyway. You hear Ava in the background, crying and hollering like you just did. You're the stinkers. Say bye-byes. All right. So yeah, we got you got a lot of stuff going on in hobby, guys. A lot of stuff going on, and you just got to make just sound decisions. Um, be careful who you watch.
She is shy,
On
maybe.
YouTube. She's shy. What's up, Ben at Productions? How you doing, buddy? Ben, did all your stuff arrive safe? I haven't seen any video to see if you did anything on your channel. Hopefully everything arrived safe. But yeah, I got a haircut. I got it's jacked up now because I didn't comb it, but I got the hat on because we got to get a new boiler in the house. So it's cold in the house here. I got a heater running behind me over here, so that's why I'm in a jacket. Where is my New York thing? There it is. So it's cold in the room, so I'm all bundled up still.
I have just been busy selling cards.
Power on. Auxiliary in.
Yeah, I gotta list some more. I gotta list the singles on that the bookworms. But yeah, I'm still busy, still investing, guys, still doing what I say I'm doing. It's very interesting how everything is transpiring for me with the portfolio. My portfolio is blowing up, going crazy, but I'm having fun while I'm out there collecting and with these restocks, I find myself not worried about if I hit a restock or not. I'm not worried. If I find anything, I find it. If I don't, I don't. I just keep on going, guys. I mean, I don't let that I can't get anything stop me from still doing. And that's why I made connections on Facebook Marketplace with other people that are already going in these restocks and people that are selling to me. And I took what I do is I take a lot of, I look at what other people are doing and I try to perfect it better and utilize it to work for me. Now, I knew going to YouTube with the small channel that I had that I would have to resort to having a backup plan, right? So with that, I set out on Facebook Marketplace and established myself on Facebook Marketplace as a seller, right? With a top reputation, 5-star reputation. Yeah, you're up there. I see you. So now I'm on Facebook Marketplace. Let me see. I could probably show you guys. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Let me see if I can bring it up. I want to bring it up. Yeah. So here's my listing on Facebook Marketplace for the Build and Battle box. Where's that box at? Over? Did I put it up there? I got it. This box right here. There it is on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see if I can bring up the. I did a front and back on it, and I have it listed for $75 on Facebook Marketplace. Here's a listing for this Sword and Shield box. Front and back, which is this black box right here. I posted it up. Trying to see what the price. You see, what was the price on it that I was asking on this thing? For 300. 300 for that box. Got that posted for 300. There's a celebrations box on my Facebook Marketplace. Front and back. I got this listed at 250, but it's too low. It's going for 300. Oh. Here's that box. The Tag Team Power box right here. Got that listed out. I got it listed for 2,100. And I took front and back photos of that on my Facebook. Mama. And then the VMAX. All right. What are you doing?
We always have to remember to try and support one another when we can.
https://youtube.com/@taxbookchannel. I gotta
C equals L0I0728 times 9 bike.
I gotta edit that video. Edit that one. Oh, there it is. But something there. All right. Here's the VMAX box on my listing. There, I'm asking. Why does it say two? Okay, $225 for that box, the VMAX box. For this box, $225. I had to edit it because it had some other thing in it. But let's see. I'm gonna bring it up so we can share. We can see it now. All right. So there it is now. There's that box, and there's the back of it. And then we have the 4 cards, which are over here. I have these. These are Korean and are Japanese and Korean. I have this Graveyard illustration rare, Japanese, $4. Then I have the VMAX Korean Gengar for $25. Then I have the Korean V Gengar for $10. Then I have this Eternatus Rainbow Rare for $3. So I have these loose cards left. That's it. I had a whole ton of loose raw cards. I sold all my raw cards, all my slabs. If you checked my Instagram, you would see all the slabs and stuff that I was getting through trades and stuff that I even had. I did reels on. Well, not reels. I did actual photos of me set up at the Newburgh Toy Collectible, where I did deals. All those cards in those displays all sold, all of them, from the last 2 years of doing the show. I have no singles to actually do a Newburgh Toy Collectible show. It would have to be all sealed product. I don't have any singles except this to sell. So my goal is where am I going with this, guys? Is my goal is to buy collections and stuff with the capital to be able to buy collections and go forward with even doing more shows to hopefully go at one time full time with Pokemon on this channel, like be a full timer, like leaving the full time job and doing this as my full time thing. That is my goal. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, but that is my goal. How the narrative, how am I going to get there? Well, I have plans, guys, and they'll be rolling out. They'll be rolling out. I don't have any paywall. I'm not sponsored by any channel, or I mean, sponsored by anybody. Everything here, physically, I purchased myself. Everything I've done myself, and it's every little step I take. Just like Bobby Brown says, every little step I take. I don't know how the song goes. Every little step you take, you will know me, or something like that. Every little step I make. That's it. It's just every little step I make. And it's little steps that I made over the 14 years of doing YouTube that, yeah, my portfolio for Pokemon is astronomical. I'm not going to go over, like, where it's at. You know, I did give you a number, but I think that's good enough. Just going to leave it at that. But it's growing, guys. I'm doing good. Everything's fine with me. And I'm not going nowhere from YouTube, guys. So my goal is here to get the studio back up, get everything ready to go, and, you know, to bring truth to fiction. The narrative of the whole story is to bring forth the truth and to be a light here on this channel so that all others can follow in my footsteps and repeat the same process. All right? That's all. I want all you guys to succeed in my footsteps. Succeed in my footsteps. Follow in my footsteps. Let me be a light that shines on you so that your work can be done. Right? And that's how, if every YouTuber on YouTube just is transparent with their viewers. Like every channel, I believe, has their own community on YouTube. And, you know, as a content creator, we have customer service. All right? And you want your people to experience how you would want to be experienced and how you would want to be treated. So it's like you have to, you know, don't put on a show and if you're not being your true being, right? So although the show goes on YouTube, a lot of content creators are just being fake, all right? I'm just going to say being fake. It's all for clicks, all for views. A lot of their titles are clickbaity just to get you to view the video. I never wanted my video caption to be a title just that gets you to my video. I always want my titles to be something that is clearly what I'm trying to do or trying to get a point across to someone, not as an initiative to blow up the channel for views, and then the whole process is not something that I'm doing. All right, so, you know, I think we got to be more clear and transparent on the channel to your viewers that you are catering content to. And I think a lot of that is kind of went off the raptor with people just for views and clicks and just to keep drama going and stuff like that. And, you know, the investing part is fun. But it's easy, guys. It's easy. You buy a product, put a product away. Buy another product, put it away. And you sit on it. And you forget about it. And mainly it's mainly booster boxes, but now it does go to auxiliary stuff that there are points, a point of sale, POS, where you can buy a product that goes up. And there are products that will go up higher than others if you know what to buy. And buying those products, guys, can build a portfolio that will grow abundantly. Will grow because of the product that you're buying. I mean, if you're investing more in like 151 over Silver Tempest, you know, which one do you think is going to perform better, Silver Tempest or 151? I think 151 will outperform Silver Tempest. You know, and you know, I think Crown Zenith will outperform Silver Tempest. So I mean, you can ideally pick the winners in the TCGs. And if you stick with those products, I think you're going to build a portfolio that's going to win. You're going to win at the end of the day. Your portfolio is going to grow. And yeah, you want to see your portfolio grow, right? You want your money to be put into products that you know are going to go up, right? And I can't dictate the future. We don't know how it's. We can hope that it's going to perform in the manner that we're going for, where we have no like rhythm that it's actually going to perform that way until we just buy the product, put it away, and then we see what happens with it, right? So that's what we do. And that's why you follow your content creators. Hopefully they're giving you the advice that is going to help you build that portfolio correctly and strong, and you have a strong portfolio to go forward in this hobby with. And it's a learning process. You'll have to learn the ropes. Yeah. Learn what to buy. And you cannot repeat this in stocks and bonds, like know what stocks are going to go up. Here in Pokemon, you can clearly pick winners and look at loser sets, right? Sets that are not going to perform as better than, you know, your clear winners, Evolving Skies, right? Crown Zenith, 151, Prismatic, Destined Rivals. We know those are clear winners. Can you pick out some other clear winners? Lost Origins, you know, Surging Sparks, you know. I'm sure there's some other outlier sets in there, you know, outside of the 151 and all that other stuff, right? And there are going to be sets that are going to outperform each other. But you can get that knowledge very easily on what sets are going to perform based on the cards that are in there and the values that they're holding and how well they hold them. Help you make a call on whether it's going to be a good play or a bad play. Uh-oh, where's Ava going? Anybody got any questions? Put this over here.
Exactly. We have to prepare always for the future, which can be day to day.
This
This world is so freaking crazy.
We don't know how the economy.
Yeah, we don't know, Ben. Is that Ben? That's probably Ben. We don't know, man. We don't know. That I'm sorry, I'm just going across the camera here, but I'm putting stuff back over here, stacked up in one corner because I took it out because I got it up on Facebook and I have it ready to go.
Investing is endless.
But you know, it becomes a challenge, Ben, when you can't get product from, you know, your local Walmarts or Targets. And now that Kevin O'Leary, right? Like I said, Kevin O'Leary now got involved in the collectible space. You know, Mr. Wonderful got involved, and he brought more eyes to the hobby when he bought that to the sports card hobby, but he also brought it to Pokemon. But he bought that 101 Jordan and Kobe Bryant patch card. So he brought eyes to the hobby on that aspect where, you know, and considers trading cards as a asset, collectible asset, just like in the stocks and bonds. So when you got investors like that, sharks, is where Kevin O'Leary came from, his TV show, The Sharks, right? When people come into this hobby, bringing a boatload of money like him and his investor friends, and buying into $1 million collectible card and treating them as a commodity, just like they do with the stocks and bonds, that is big. And he says Pokemon cards and stuff are considered that kind of commodity as well. And it just puts more eyes on Pokemon, and people view it as a money train or a money grab, and it gets the eyes of the people that resell right on eBay, and they're coming into the hobby buying just to flip to make the money. And then when they can't make any money because the product is on the shelf, then they leave the hobby, but they move to other TCGs that are making moves like One Piece and Dragon Ball Z. They are on that money train. And then when that dies off, they look for the next thing and the next thing, and they move on and move on. As an ex-eBay seller, guys, I was once on that kind of train. Always looking for something that I could sell to make money, selling on eBay. And that's, you're never going to get rid of your scalpers, all right? For the most part, you're not going to get rid of your scalpers. They were here first anyway. Well, the hobby came, and then the scalping was here, right? So eBay sellers, you're not going to get rid of them. If you want to call them scalpers, be my guest. But they're resellers. And a lot of them are full-time. They're making money, right, selling tangible products that have profits. And they buy clearance product as well that's on clearance at Walmart and Target, and they do resell it and ship it out. So there are people that have full-time incomes, and eBay stores, that's their full-time thing. So they sell clothes now, jackets, collectibles, and items that have value. And, these people are going to make their money. All right, they're not going to go anywhere. And they can be found basically anywhere you go. They're on Facebook Marketplace. They're on whatnots. They're on your TikToks and your drips. And they're on your YouTube, right? And they're going to make their money, guys. I mean, so there's room for every aspect of people that come into this hobby. And, the sky's really the limit. Can't be mad at somebody making money off of tangible products. I mean, think about it. If you were in a situation where the only way that you could make money was selling products out of your house that you had, you're going to sell them, right? And then if there was opportunities that came along that you can make money staying at home buying tangible products from Walmart, Target, and you really push that button, that narrative to do it, and you did it, and you found that it was a success, now you have people hating on you, calling you a scalper or reseller, and this is your nature of business. This is how you operate. You don't have direct product coming from distro. You go to Walmart and Target to buy the product, and you're going to these drops, and these are your kind of people that you got going to these restocks. They're going in, they're clearing shelves, they're buying as much as they can, and they're going to their eBay and selling it back on. They're going to, what is that other site that you go to, Eunice?
Whatnot?
No, that's on your
Vintage.
You got Vinted. You also have your TikTok, your Drip. You got another one that you can go to. I was selling. Remember, I sold the Clorox wipes on it.
Oh,
what
Facebook Marketplace?
Not Facebook, but the other one.
I don't know.
I forgot what it's called, but you got these guys that are here, and they're going to sell, guys. They're going to sell. They're going to buy and sell because that is their business. Their nature of their business is reselling. They're going to buy into markets products that they can sell. And that's their livelihood. That is their food on the table, their bread and butter. And as long as there's bread and butter to be made, people are going to do it. And although, yeah, they're taking away from us, the actual collectors and the investors, you got to try to try to find an alternate source, that you can count on to get product from. And that's why I started Facebook Marketplace. I bought from people, and 100% of, I'm not going to say 100%. If I'm going to say stuff that I got, percentage-wise, for last year alone, I'm going to say 65 to maybe 70% of everything that I got last year was because I paid up on it to get it. Because I didn't want to get into lines. I didn't want to get in a fight. I didn't want to argue over I was here first. And I just didn't want to waste my time and gas. So, yes, I paid up. And I bought prismatic ETBs at 100. I bought prismatic booster bundles at 50. I bought prismatic and Blooming Waters boxes at 100. Yes, I did. I paid up on them. And I bought in a secondary market because I didn't want to go to Costco, burn my gas, only to find out that they were sold out. I didn't want to go online to find that a bot beat me and took everything from the website, and I had no shot in hell to get any Blooming Waters or any of the Legendary Warriors or boxes from a website, because that's what was happening. People were figuring out how to bot up a website to get more product and how to get over. And I said, you know what? I have to figure something out for myself where not just YouTube as a alternate source to get product, but another source where I can count on in case of a black swan event, such as product shortages. So I'm calling black swan events where there is a shortage right now of product, where I can get product. And I might have to pay up to get it, but so what? If I paid up and I paid a certain price, if I put it in a Rudy's basement anyway, it's going to be worth more down the road anyway, and it was in products that I believed in. So that's what I bought. I only bought products that I believed in. Blooming Waters boxes, Blooming Waters ETBs, 151 ETBs, booster bundles, prismatic collection boxes, ETBs and bundles, and collection boxes. I bought the 3-pack poster collections. I bought the binder collections. I bought the Zapdos and EX and the Alakazam boxes. I bought it all. I bought the 151 tins from Costco and Sam's Club drops. I bought them all. I paid up on them. I didn't get them at MSRP. All right? I skipped out on MSRP, but I bought a hell of a lot at above MSRP. And yeah, I can't sell them now because the money is not right for me to sell right now. I'm in it for the longer haul where I'm going to sit on them, guys, and I'm not worried about selling them. But I know I'm going to be in a great financial place later on down the road if I just set them and forget them. That's where I'm at. I'm at this point in the hobby where what I buy, I don't care if I paid high on them. I'm going to put them away. I'm going to set them and forget them. And this is how you can be. You don't have to worry about if you miss a drop, so what? If you miss out on something, so what? Don't be afraid to miss out. And a lot of content creators pump out, you got to buy now, get this now. I'm telling you guys, buy at your own leisure. Don't be afraid if you missed out. It's okay to miss out. And it's okay that if you didn't get it, because there's going to be an opportunity. And it may not be for Ascending Heroes, but it may be for something else. Just be glad you got some when you did. And buy when you're able. Buy when you have the money to. This is how you can grow your portfolios. Not because a content creator is pushing it to you to buy. Buy at your leisure. Grow it as you have the money ample to grow it. You don't have to rush into this. to say, I want to have a portfolio like Pokemart TCG. I want to be just like him. I want to have that great. You got to gradually put your foot in and get wet. Get your feet wet little by little. It ain't like I jumped into a pool and all of a sudden I became multimillionaire or I had a lot of millions of dollars worth of product. It's over years of time that I gained the knowledge that allowed me to pursue this industry, to pursue this asset. And you can't hate the player, hate the game, because it's the Pokemon Company at the end of the day's product. And it's the market's just doing the market because the demand is there for it. I don't make the prices go up on this. It's the market doing its thing that makes the market go up for these prices on these things. And it's the Pokemon Company ultimately in charge of getting us the product. And if the demand is there and they can't satisfy the demand, guess what? The product's just going out of control. And that's what happened. The prices are going out of control. We can't control that. And you're going to have people that's going to hate you for what you're doing. Like, they're going to hate you because you have so much product. How come you don't sell it all? How come you don't sell? Because I'm comfortable in my zone of where I'm at. You know? And people hit me up, ask me, how come you don't open it? Oh, I'm going to open all that. There's no way I would let it sit because you don't know what I know. I just know that I can open whenever I want, whatever I want. I just have a total different mindset that it's not about ripping a lot of packs to chase a card. I know that it's better and a safer bet that I just buy the card on the dip. When the card drops down where it's affordable, then I can make a play on it. Or it drops down where I believe it's undervalued, that it should be above that price, then I'd make a play on it. See, I have a total different mindset than what I did 14 years ago, where I was just buying everything and anything. That I have a made-up mind on what I'm looking for and select items that I'm buying. Like, I could have bought other stuff, but I decided this was what I wanted to make a play on. And I left the other stuff. I left the Pokeball D25s. I left the stacking tins that had Destined Rivals in them because I remember the crunched up packs. I'd look for other stuff. And I don't have to clear shelves. Because of the contacts that I made, I can make a connection with somebody that I already came in contact with and done deals with before that has product. I may have to pay up a little bit, but if it's on a product that I'm willing to make the play on to pay up a little, then it could be a good play for me to do so, and I get a good position on that product, and it doesn't matter about the price because the longer I hold it, it's just going to go up, right? So, you know, that's where my mind is, and, you know, I don't ever over leverage myself. There's no need to. And I just gradually go in, guys, and buy whatever I see that I want to pick up. If it's there, I pick it up. If it's not, I move on. If it's not something I want, I just leave it. I leave it. And there's been times I left Destined Rivals on the shelf because I didn't want to be classified as that guy. Yeah, well, I saw you do a video, or I saw one of your live reels where you hit that restock at Walmart. You took all the Destined Rivals sleeves. And yeah, that's why I'm not selling to you no more. I didn't want to be that guy that one of my other guys comes, sees me just clearing the shelf off, buying it all up. They can say, yeah, this guy's greedy as hell. He just bought all that stuff up. Now he's just going to set it and wait for the price to go up and then sell it for an astronomical number. I didn't want to be that guy, guys, so I just left Destined Rivals. I let for almost 6 months of this year and part of last year, I let the scalpers, resellers, I let them have their way because I wasn't getting in line. I wasn't getting up early to go stand in line at Walmart or Target to get anything. It just came to the point where I just established myself on Facebook Marketplace. I let everybody who wanted to sell go buy, and I paid up on it. And I just was selective on what I paid up on that I added to my portfolio. And I added a hell of a lot of Destined Rivals, added a hell of a lot of 151, added a hell of a lot of Crown Zenith, and I added a hell of a lot of Prismatic. So I'm really good on that. I don't need any more. And I can tell you exactly to a point how many cases of Prismatic ETBs. I have about 6 or 7 cases of Prismatic ETBs. And I have about 300 of each of Prismatic and 151 booster bundles, at least 300. Now you can actually see where, like, how many I got. You can see why I don't have to get any more. All right? Because I am good. I am good. So now I just pick, choose, and refuse on what I want. And I use my other products that I got, and I have plenty of them where I can trade off now to get other products that I want. I can leverage in with some of the older products that I got into this market to get products that I want that are new, that I think will make sense, that might outperform some of these. But if the money is right on these, I'll sell them off, or I'll trade off for a product that I think is going to do good, and it works for me. So this is how you can actually work with Facebook Marketplace. This is why I established myself on Facebook Marketplace, because it works. All right? Yeah, I got to deal with a lot of, is this available? And a lot of people that I'll trade you this and I'll trade you for that. And then there are people that say they will trade you and then make up, well, next Tuesday work for you. And then they don't, next Tuesday comes and you try to contact and they don't get they don't respond back to you. I get a lot of that. I mean, it's just like doing eBay where you answer a customer, but I'm doing all that legwork on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm doing local buys, guys. It's local trades here in my area. The farthest I go is Quick Check down the hill from my house. I don't go across a bridge to Beacon. I don't go across to Fishkill. I don't go into Newburgh. I don't go into Wapager Falls, Poughkeepsie. People come meet me right here at my house. It's local deals, pickup only, and I have the product here at the house, and I wheel and deal. And I have face camera on the door, and everything goes down right here at the house. That way they know anything not right with the product, they know where I live. And I made a lot of deals here at the house. A lot of stuff I post up on Facebook may not have sold for cash, but it was traded. A lot of trades. And you'll get a lot of that because guess what, guys? This box, $2,000. It's out of reach of a lot of people's hands. $2,000 for a collection box. You're going to get a lot of people hit you up. Same thing with booster boxes. The Evolving Skies for $2,500.
I have
right?
LW/ the same thing.
So
I have PKMN to sell and the same things, but they don't take action.
yeah, you're going to have people that want that box. All right, want that box, but they don't have cash. They have like $200 and then the rest in trade. Here, I'm going to give you a big eye opener. If I want to sell all this stuff, I'm not here. And don't call me ignorant or bullish, but this is the real facts. Facts. You want to sell your Pokemon product, right? Say you want to sell, I want to sell everything. Say Pokemart TCG is closing down his YouTube channel. I want to sell all my products. I can post a Facebook post to come down to my storage unit, and I will singly ask you what you're looking for and what you're trying to pay for it. We make a deal right down there at the storage unit, and I bring everything to you. There's plays like that I can make and sell out all my stuff and be cash heavy, right? Sell all my Pokemon, right? By having people by appointment hit me up on Facebook Marketplace from the posts that I put up there, right? I can sell all that stuff, and I can get cash heavy. I don't think I would have an issue selling product. I mean, I think it would sell. I think I would get rid of it. People would be wanting a deal, right? But here's a kicker. You want to sell out Pokemon, you want to get cash, right? Best thing you can do is pack this stuff up, put it in a Tupperware bin, bring it to a card show, guys. Pack all this stuff up. If I pack this all up too and bring it with me to a card show, ETBs, this box set, this thing too, this thing. Bring it to a show. And I'm going to tell you, I've done it before, and I'm going to give you a percentage on what I got. All right? Now, you will get from a vendor on sealed product, depending on what the sealed product is, you can get up to 85 to 95% of the market price in cash. And that is a true fact. I'm telling you that because I've done it. Not because someone else can tell you something else. I'm telling you.
They have
It's a
all
fact.
of the Marriott in LI.
It's a fact. Yeah, you can take sealed product to a show. And that's probably where you're better off bringing it. And you can bring your collections of sealed product little by little and make a connection with those vendors that are buying from you, get their phone numbers. So now, when there's no show at that Holiday Inn or Marriott where you went to meet them in New Jersey, Connecticut, Paramus, Terrytown, Westchester County, wherever, you went to a show and now that vendor is not at that show because he's one in Minnesota or whatever. Well, you can now you got that person's phone number. Now you have a point of contact. You can call that person up and say, hey, Jack, I remember I met you at the show. This is Mike from Pokemart TCG. Yo, I got some more sealed product. I can shoot you, screenshot you pictures of what I got. Here's what I'm looking, this is what I'm asking for on the price. Shoot me your best offer, or do you have any of this in booster boxes, or any of this in booster boxes? We could do a even trade. And you can have a lot of that go through too, guys, where if you got sealed product that you have onesie twosies of, you want to move, and you have vendors that you already made contact with, get their phone numbers and build a point of contact sale. So a list. So now you have these guys' numbers, where they're from, and you can reach out to them when there's no shows going on. Say, hey, I got this other sealed product out in my storage room. I'm looking to flip. What can you offer? And now there's no show. You can meet up with that vendor. Now you know that these guys are serious because at the show they paid cash. They were serious up front. You don't have to worry about Facebook Marketplace because you got these other guys that you met at a show. And these guys do shows for full time, could be full time vendors. They need product to sell, and they're always looking to diversify into sealed product to have at this show because that's what they sell to get singles. And they make plays with their sealed to singles that they flip at shows. And so, guys, there's plays to be made. And if you want cash, you got to move to shows. You got to go to shows, not set up as a vendor, but actually bring the stuff to shows and do your work. Do your work, do your legwork. Go bring it to shows and sell it to vendors at shows. They will give you more than your local LGS, guarantee you. You will get more from a show than an LGS will give you for your sealed product. So I'm just giving you a heads up. This is truth, and this is facts. This is not made up of lies or something that I didn't already do. It's something that I already done that I can tell you is proven. It works. And you can sell sealed product at shows. And, at my very first show, that when I came back after my parents died, I did a show in, what was it, February? Was it February or March? It was the first Newburgh show that I did. At that show, I sold over 5K worth of loose packs. That was one of my first sales to Russell, a guy named Russell, who was selling on the secondary market in Middletown, New York. He had a kiosk set up, a venue set up, where he was selling sealed product and sleeve packs and loose packs at a kiosk that he set up. And he was buying secondary market product to flip back out on his kiosk. And he bought 5K worth of loose booster packs that range from Sword and Shield, XY Evolution, Sun and Moon Era, and Scarlet Violet Era packs. He bought 5K, all cash. All I had $100 Benjamins in my hand at the Newburgh Toy Collectible, the first show in 2025 or 2025, early part of 2025 when I came back. I think it was in March when I did that show. Yep. So I could tell you, and a lot of my loose packs sold at that show that I brought. Because Russell bought the entire thing out. 5K. And then we did another deal, which was in the 5-figure digit private sale right here at the house. And there was multiple other 5-figure sales at the house here for my other Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon XY stuff. And then there was deals with Nexus shop in Connecticut with Ted at his shop for my loose packs. So multiple deals with Russell and Nexus for my sealed product and loose packs. And then there was deals with Jerry from Jerry's Trading Card Corner, sealed packs that was traded for raw and traded for sealed. And then there was a Evolving Skies trade booster box that I traded for. So I can tell you, it works, guys. And if you're trying to sell your sealed, you're better off bring it to shows. Try to find out when's the local show coming up, and bring it to your show, and you'll get 85 to 90 to 95% of the market value on that seal. Because it's that desirable, it's that in demand, and especially when you got out of print stuff, out of print and in demand, and you got it, nobody else got it. Yeah, vendors will clamor around you to buy that stuff up from you guys, and you will get big bucks for it. Just telling you, man. So there's a good part about going to shows, not to vend, but just go to sell. And if you're selling off your stuff, like you said, if you want to sell out everything, you can load up your van or rent a U-Haul, load it up, have somebody sit in the U-Haul while you go back and forth in there with a dolly, selling off all your stuff and coming out cash heavy. If you want to really exit the hobby and make all your dividends because all the stuff is up crazy on your stuff, you want to sell it all off. Shows, man, you got to follow where the money's at. So you can bring it to shows. That's a no-brainer right there. I can tell you that will work. Bring it to a show, not a collecticon. I say bring it to a card show, a regular show. We got 100 vendors or so, regular card show, and then ask when the next show is going to be. You bring them, just keep bringing them to shows, and you will. I'm telling you, you'll sell your collection. You'll sell it. It'll go, and you'll get good money for it, and you'll be up on it. You won't take an L. Unless you get lowballed and you take those lowball offers, but I like Facebook Marketplace. I'm enjoying Facebook Marketplace, but you just got to deal with the people. The people, you got a lot of lazy people out here on Facebook. A lot of people that say they want something. Like I was going to buy, like that Rayquaza training gallery that I showed you in my binder. I had two of that Rayquaza one. I hit a person up on Facebook, and like, say I hit her up today, right? I say, hey, we're going to meet tomorrow at the post office in Beacon. And she said, yeah, we're good. And then I went over there, right? I went over to meet her, and it wasn't today. Like, I'm just giving you a story. So I said, hey, we're going to meet over there. It's good. So I said, I'll contact you in the morning, let you know I'm on the way. So that's exactly what I did. So tomorrow came, which is today. I called her up, said, hey, I'm on my way to Beacon at the post office. I'll be there at 9 as we agreed. And after I leave here, I won't be able to reach out to you. I'll be wearing my Sean John jacket and my knit New York cap. Look for me standing in front of the post office. So I went there, I waited, and that was to buy her Rayquaza trainer gallery. We made a deal at $75. I was going to buy it for $75. I went there. I waited till 9:30. Still didn't even show up. I said, I'm going home. She didn't even bother stop. She never showed. This person, the lady, never showed. I got back home. I checked my tablet right here. Check the tablet. She says, hey, Mike, this is Letitia. I'm sorry I couldn't meet you today. Can we meet at 10 o'clock today? I had to take my sister to the airport. She had to be there by 9, but then her flight got delayed till 10. I said, okay, you knew that you had to take your sister to the airport before you met me. So why not make the appointment, change the appointment from the initial point we were going to meet at 9 o'clock, make it later on. That way I wouldn't have wasted my time. But no, she didn't tell me that. When I told her I was on the way, are we good, still good for a meeting at 9 o'clock? She said yes. When I emailed her in the morning that I'm on the way, I get back home. There's a message on my tablet saying, "Sorry, Mike, I can't be there. My daughter my sister had to be at the airport by 9, but her flight got delayed till 10. So can we meet at 10?" It doesn't make sense if your sister's flight was at 9 but got delayed till 10. How are you going to meet me at 10 o'clock? So I said, you already wasted my time because you knew you had to take your sister to the airport anyway. You should have said, why don't we make it at 10 or 11 o'clock because you had to do that? But no. She waited till I already gone, wasted my time. I paid a toll to cross the bridge, waited out there a whole half an hour, and I got home, and then you can't meet until 10, but you knew you had to take your sister to the airport anyway. You should have changed that appointment when we first initiated the meetup. So I blocked her out, and I said, I reported her to Facebook as a no, she never showed up, because that's exactly what she did. You blew me off, and you weren't transparent. You knew you had to take your sister to the airport, but you tell me that because you can't be there at 9 o'clock because you knew you had to take her to the airport already? You already knew that. So why make the appointment to meet at 9 when you weren't going to be able to be there? So she pissed me off, and I reported her, said she never showed, and I left the chat, and that was it. And then I did a deal at Let's Go TCG, and I traded him for that second card that I got in my collection. And that's it. So this is what you got on Facebook Marketplace, guys. This is what you got to deal with. Even when you, as a buyer, I'm going to buy, I try to make initial, clear, safe points to meet where I'm comfortable with meeting, and someplace where I was willing to travel. So I met her in Beacon where she lived. She didn't have to travel far. And I was getting the card for $75. And I think the card was going for $100 now. So it's up like $25. So, she had the card up there for like 3 weeks on Facebook. She still had it. Nobody bought it. And I wanted to buy it, but I wasn't going to pay full market. And I made an offer, and she accepted. And then she clowned on me and didn't show up. So this is what you got on Facebook. So I get the same treatment, guys. I get people that offer me something, and then they say, let's meet here, and they don't come. And then I contact them back, say, hey, we're still meeting. They never respond back. And then you get a lot of people saying, is this available? And then when you say, yes, it's available, they never respond back. So you get a lot of people on Facebook Marketplace, and that's why I said it's like an eBay experience, but not an eBay experience. It's Facebook Marketplace. This is how you got to work and deal, and this is the part of the trading aspect. And it's a long rolled out activity, all right? Sometimes people take it as a game. The other person just contacts you just being a smart jackass about it, really had no intentions on buying you. I am just giving you a runaround. And that's why I just do local meets in my area. And I don't burn any gas. I don't lose any. All I lose is time because I'm waiting for them. But if they don't show up, you got to come to my house anyway. So I'm at my house. So I'm not really losing anything because I'm sitting here playing games or I'm posting something. So I'm not losing anything. If they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. I just respond to everybody. I say it's a first come, first serve. I don't save anything. And sometimes the deals come through. Sometimes they don't. And the same when I go to buy. I can waste time going to travel and they don't show up, or I get a deal. And for the most part, a lot of the deals worked out, and I did trade. And there were some trades like I did. I'll show you that. I did a trade, I think it was a Pokemon trade, where it was a Pokemon trade where I got a Nintendo DS Mario, Red Mario, and on the DS's, they have the cartridge slot for the GBA, It didn't have the cartridge slot for the GBA, slot 2, and then it didn't have the stylus. But it had a charger, and it was already reset to factory settings, so it was clean. So I got that, and I had a guy hit me up. He wanted the Mario DS. I told him, well, it's ready to go, but it needs the slot cover for the Game Boy Advance, and it needs a stylus. It's about $5 a buy off. If you buy on eBay, you can get those the same color, red, as matching the system for about $5. So I said it's a cheap fix, and everything will be complete for that unit. If you want to go buy that stuff off of eBay, you can find it, and that's what it is. So I said, what do you want to trade? Go upstairs. So he wanted to trade me for a Nintendo Switch. So I said, okay, what kind of Switch? So he showed me the Switch, and he also said, well, I'll throw in these cards. So some of the cards that I got in the trade are what I showed you guys. So there was 14 of them altogether. I already sold those. I have these remaining. The Graveyard right here was part of that trade. This VMAX Korean. This is a Japanese Graveyard. All right. Has a Japanese gold back. This is a Korean Gengar VMAX. This is a Korean Gengar V. Whoops. And this is a Korean Eternatus, Rainbow Rare. All right, so these are the 4 cards I have left out of the 14. I traded for this pink DS Lite. It works well. It's already factory reset. I have a carry case for a protective case for it, so this snaps into here. So I have this protective case for it. I have a 64 gigabyte Zelda SD card, micro SD card, brand new, not even used, in its case. And I have a glass shield for it. It doesn't have the charger, but it uses your regular oval base charger. So you can use a phone charger that has an oval base for your Android. So I have that. The Mario went for 130, 150 retail market value. This is like priced at like 100 to 120, 25. So he threw in the 14 cards to go with it. I sold off the other ones. I got good money for those. And I got this Nintendo Switch. So this is some deals like I did on Facebook Marketplace, a trade. So this is the kind of stuff. Now tomorrow, this is going out to, I'm bringing this to Claphobia, the shop up in the Poughkeepsie Galleria next to Kirkland's. I'm trading this to the owner of the shop, and he's going to get this, and I'm going to get sealed product. So I'm bringing this to him tomorrow, and I'm going to trade for sealed product from him. So we're going to see what I get for my Switch from him, where I got it on Facebook Marketplace for sale. It doesn't have the charger, but I'm going to charge it up tonight. It'll be 100% charge. And like I said, I can get a charger from Walmart for like $20, but it's a basic charger. It's not nothing special, like you got to have a special adapter or anything. It's a regular oval charger, which you can get for about $8, maybe $5 to $10 on eBay if you order one. Probably get one on there, but $19 at Walmart to get the ONN one, the on version. I didn't feel like paying $20 for that, so we're going to work out something for this system for a sealed product. See what I get for that. But I'm still valuing this thing at about $100 to $125. If you had the charger, it's still worth you get in the system. It's in clean, and I'm giving you the extra accessories that it normally wouldn't have came with. So that replaces the charger in my aspect. and my reflection to it. But I'm going to see what I can do. He knows I have it, and we're going to see what we can get. All right. I have done a deal with him previously where I traded him some video games, and I got like 150 packs of loose booster packs, ranged from Fusion Strike, Silver Tempest, Journey Together, Mega Evolutions, Phantasmal Flames, Destined Rivals, Surging Sparks, Twilight Masquerade. Those are some of the packs that I can name off the top of my head. Silver Tempest was on there. Out of 150 packs, I could name. Those are some of the packs that I got for some of the video game stuff that I traded him. And I got rid of some plushes, some 12-inch plush Charizards and Blastoids that we did a trade with. And then I had some other raw cards that I actually traded him to. And I got 150 packs of Pokemon sealed, plus some a Destined Rivals booster bundle of Twilight Masquerade booster bundle, and a Latios or Lucario box that was open, but I still got the packs and stuff out of that with that box. So that was pretty good trade. And I'll see what I could trade with him for the Switch and see what I can get in sealed product. I told him I still want to be able to get my video games to trade to him for sealed product, and he's still good on getting that. So I have connections to get video games, so I'm going to just continue to get video games that I normally would sell on Facebook Marketplace, but I'm going to use that and leverage in to get sealed product because mainly I'm 100% Pokemon now anyway, and I'm just selling off some of my other stuff, man, where I'm moving into 100% Pokemon. Now, if the other stuff doesn't sell, when I get my Shopify website up, I definitely will be offering that stuff on my Shopify website, and I'll be shipping that stuff out for people who want to buy, like Garbage Pail Kids and stuff like that. If I have any of that left, Fortnite packs and stuff, you'll be able to buy that stuff on the Shopify website. So I'll be offering that up, see how that goes. Otherwise, I'll still be selling it when I've been at shows. So I will have that product for a while before it's dispersed. Along with my single cards, as I move out of it, I want to be 100% Pokemon. All right? But still have access to get my other stuff that I still hustle around with. So, it's fun, guys. But Facebook Marketplace, it takes time. And, with anything, when you're selling, you're posting stuff, it takes time. And if you only take the time, Facebook Marketplace could be a place where you start up your business, right? So I started off while in the downtime in the channel. This is where I built up my credentials, and I'm able to just bring references to the table that people who dealt with me, understand me, and know what I do can actually vouch for me. So it's good to have those references. So I don't have too many YouTuber credentials. I know I got Bennett Productions, Pat That's Power Channel, XO and Vinny. People that I've done giveaways, people that actually bought stuff from me. They can vouch on their own accord. But other than that, I really don't have any leg to stand on YouTube, other than people who won on giveaways and stuff that I did on the channel, and people that actually bought stuff from me that actually received it and not trying to scam me and say they didn't get stuff that I didn't ship out or whatever. So other than that, I really have no leg on YouTube except for people like that already purchased from me. No other really legs to stand on except for the YouTubers that know me and dealt with me on this channel from when I started off and was, selling stuff and did trades and stuff with them. They could vouch, but other than that, I do have the Facebook references that people that I bought from and stuff. So other than that, that works for me, and that's where I'm at. Anybody got any questions? Anybody want to ask anything? I'm actually glad that I can take my head out of the dirt and, I can hold my head up high and say, I enjoyed every aspect of what I've been doing on this journey. And, success happens with the time in the market. I didn't say timing the market. It's the time in the market where success happens. And it's over a period of time. All right? It's your time in the market that your success happens. It doesn't happen overnight. You have to put the work in, do your groundwork, and it happens. All right? It just happens. All right? And it's not who you know, it's what you know. And I know a lot of stuff compared to some of these other people that have been in the hobby or just entering the hobby. I have the experience underneath my belt, and I can speak on my own accord for what I experienced in a hobby. Yep. So, you still got it here. Ben F. Productions, Pat That's Power Channel still in here. Who you got in the chat? Anybody? So, I'm just happy I was able to get this pretty much a wide screen up. I mean, I probably can get it wider than this. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I could, but I think there's a way to make it wider on the screen than what it is. What is that? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. That's over there like that. But I'm glad I got it as large as I do. I mean, this is wider than even my green screen thing here. You can see my green screen is wider than that. This thing's it's just that this camera is 1080p. You can see the camera for the PS5 is a 1080p camera, wide open. So you even see everything else in the back, outside of the green screen. I'd have to be really pulled into this. But since the camera's sitting on top of the monitor, yeah. And it is, like I said, it's cold in the room, guys. We got the heater on. You can see the heater on over there. Right there. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's been a grind. I enjoyed it. I made a lot of good money in this hobby for what I did in the last year. I did a lot of shows. Wasn't able to do vendor POVs, but I do have this for vendor POV. So guys, take a look at this. My original tripod, I'm going to have to get parts for it, but I do have this pop-up cam. Check it out. It is a digital camcorder. It takes an SD card, and it can go on a tripod, regular standard tripod. So I got this Vivitar pop-up cam to do vendor POVs, guys. So I'm going to be trying to upload using this cam. When I do shows, it will be live, but it will be an uploaded live from the day of the show. And I'll try to edit it and get it dated when I do the shows. So that way you guys actually see the content from me on that perspective on the vendor side, me vending at shows, selling, trading, and deals going down right at my table when I'm doing card shows. So that is my initiative too, to do vendor POVs and give you footage from me as a vendor. And I can tell you there's advantages of being a vendor because to get product, there are guys there selling product, guys, bringing product to the show to sell. Just like I was telling you that you could bring your product to shows to sell. And there was people bringing product to the show to sell. And sometimes there are deals better than what you would offer them. There's deals to be made at the show with people coming around with product. So you can definitely get some good product at cheap price. And if people come with you at high price, you can offer your percentage on what you buy at and stuff like that, or what you're willing to pay for it, and work a deal to get that product. So there's opportunity there, and there's also opportunity to get sealed for your raw cards. So if you have raw cards, yeah, there's opportunity there where you can trade your raw cards for sealed product. And this is where you would really want to capitalize on. If you're going to do that, you would probably want to focus on cards that are in demand and have popular Pokemon cards at your show. If you're going to vend, have popular Pokemon cards that are in demand. I'm not really doing too much slabs and stuff anymore, like PSA graded slabs, because first of all, they're at price points that I can get sealed at, and I'd rather get the sealed because sealed is king. And just the thing with PSA, with GameStop and fake slabs, I just don't want to get caught up in that and get burnt. So I'm just staying away from slabs altogether. As part of like my selling point, selling slabs, they're just too risky for me. I'd rather just stay with sealed, sell sealed loose packs, sell sealed product, like I'm doing here, or trade my sealed product for other sealed product, and both sides win. So that's what I'd rather do. So, but definitely there's a win-win for you as a vendor at a show, because you can get raw cards and sealed product at steal of a deal, right? And you're getting them just like a card shop. If somebody was coming to a card shop, trading in all those cards, you got those cards, man, at your access that you can make a profit on. Because most of my card shops are 40%. 40% trade, 50%, 40%, 50% trade, 40% cash. So if you want cash, 40%, 50% trade. And I think, some of these guys can offer more, but, some of these card shops can offer more. They can give a better deal, but, I guess it's going to be up to the card shop. But since you as a vendor at a show, there's an opportunity there for you to get a lot of cards, man, and you can make money doing so and get cards for your collection. Cards you're going to keep in your collection, then also can sell, and you'll do very well if you vend. So there's opportunities if you vend at a show. Oh, fell down. Get up. Yeah. Even them fell down. All right, so yeah. This is, I'm glad to be able to do live, share with you my knowledge, share with you what I'm doing, what I'm collecting, what I'm buying, stuff that I'm actually stuff that I'm actually trading away. You can, I'm telling you what I'm doing, what I'm trading away with, stuff that I actually got. I'm just trying to be transparent with you that you can make things work. And like I said, there's more things that I know, right, that give me an added upper hand. I get the upper hand because there's things that I know that other content creators aren't even doing. They don't even know. How many content creators you know that actually are gamers too, that are good in playing games, that are good in retro, good in current gameplay? There's a lot of vendors that just stay in their lane of just Pokemon. That's all they know is Pokemon. Here, I know a lot more than just Pokemon, and I bring it to you with bringing you streams of Call of Duty, retro gameplay, and other other contents. Is because I'm the all-in-one. It's a lot more that I know that I can bring to the channel than other creators can bring. So I'm not just Pokemon. I'm a lot more than that. It's because of the businesses that I had, that I was doing, and other TCGs and other areas that other content creators have no idea of what they're doing if they try to come into that space. They don't know. So it'll be like ground level for them. Here, I already did it, completed my course, still in the course, and still expanding, right? So, you know, I have a lot under my belt that helped me along, and knowledge is king. Knowing it all, right? And never too old to learn more. So this is why, like I said, the adapt or be left or whatever, right? You got to learn, and you got to be ready. You got to be ready to to make that adjustment and be able to be effective in that, with that, when you make that adjustment, to be effective in that. And I think I was able to make plays, diversify a bit into other areas. Like I got into One Piece a little bit, but I didn't stay in One Piece. Then all of a sudden, when I got out of One Piece, it blew up. I got into Magic the Gathering with Final Fantasy, but then Final Fantasy wasn't doing it for me. So I said, you know what? I didn't go heavy into Final. I got a little bit into Final Fantasy, and I got out. And I said, well, I'm just going to stay in my lane. Pokemon, this is where I'm going to stay. But yet, when I found another source that wanted video, now I can get sealed for video games. I'm gonna go right back into video games. But if I can't sell them, I'm gonna devote the games to him and get sealed back in return to Pokemon, because that's what I know, right? So, I'm able to get into making adjustments, and then also, make good on other deals, such as video games, that I can make good with Pokemon and sealed. And I win. So, I'm not doing too much with raw cards. Like I said, I'm just messing around with raw cards that I believe that are going to be good plays for me and that are undervalued. Other than that, I'm not really doing too much sealed. I mean, too much raw. All right? Mainly just 100% sealed. And I'm always looking for sealed. I'm always looking to see if there's any video game deals or anywhere, and grabbing onto that. And, some deals work out, some deals don't. I mean, it's all part of Facebook. And, you take the wins with the wins, the losses with the losses. Overall, I'm very happy with how everything rolled out. And I'm good, man. I'm good. And I'm still going strong. And ain't no stopping. Pokemart, TCG, still going strong. We do have I will share with you guys, we do have a new email. All right. We are dismissing 6 Nicole Drive.
I won. I'm feeling
What did you do?
I can do neither.
You did something. Something went off here. The factory.
Just moved it out of my way.
All right, here we go. Back on. All right, we do have a new email. No longer 6 Nicole Drive, guys, at MSN. No. It's still up. But, guys, write it down. Write this new email down. This will be on the new business cards for Pokemart TCG. All right, it's Pokemart TCG YT, stands for YouTube, at gmail.com. All right. Now, I haven't followed up because I haven't made it publicly known, except for today, that we have a new email. PokemartTCGYT at gmail.com. It's official. All right. You can find me on that email. The old email was 6 Nicole Drive. That's still current, but we're going to be using Pokemart TCG YT at gmail.com, and that's going forward to be answering emails pertaining to the business end of things and the YouTube channel. All right? But you can also find me on MikeDab6 on Facebook, more active on that, and on Instagram. You can DM me through there. I have no Discord or anything like that. I have no paywall. I am the paywall for this channel. No sponsors or nothing like that. Financially support the channel 100% with my wallet. But going forward, I do have some plans. I will roll those out when time is fit. And there are some plans for support on the channel. If anyone wants to support it, and the support will be, I will tell you, buy on my website. You support the channel. All right? So that will be one of the ways. If there's any other ways that I come up with, you want to financially support the channel, yeah, buy from the website. That's all I can tell you. Buy from Pokemart TCG. Just like Pokey says, buy my product. They buy my product. Go on to Pokemart TCG on the Shopify website, buy my products. Buy my roll cards, buy my stuff that I got listed on there. Supports the channel. I don't have a paywall for you guys to buy in. My sole intention was not to have a paywall up for you guys to pay me. All right? That wasn't my intentions. YouTube will do YouTube, and if it was meant to be, then the channel will go to that extent, and YouTube pays me from AdSense revenue and all of that, and I'm good. There's Ambrose in the background. He's still collecting his Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of Pokemon.
He's doing karate now. Still got that big blockhead though. But yeah, he's doing karate. Can you show him a move? Show him what kind of move you do. Give him a karate move. Uh-oh.
Give him a karate move.
You know karate? Well, you're doing karate now. Do him a karate move. Whoa, look at that. You got any hand moves? Any hand moves?
We got and back fist and there's a move.
Oh, okay. So he's doing karate.
Nobody bully you no more, do they?
So Ambrose taking karate.
Huh?
Goes every Mondays or something. Every Mondays and what?
Can I show them like my new headphones? I got Funko headphones.
Ambrose.
No.
All right. So he got his karate that he's taking. So Ambrose doing karate. Still got to lose this gut. Still eats a lot. Eats a lot. So a lot of candy, a lot of food. Always hungry.
Body was fit.
So he's always eating. But yeah, we're good. Like I said, we don't have no heat. So got to get a new boiler. And then the pipes got to be traded out. We got to get PVC pipes eventually in the house because it's all copper. It's an old house. This old house. Need new copper pipes. I mean, new PVC pipes throughout the whole house. And a new boiler. Got to get installed in. But other than that, man, we're doing what we got to do over here. I'm still investing. And I figured I'd come out here tonight and talk to you guys. And I just figured out how to make this go like a widescreen. So, I mean, I could make it full screen up there. But we're here. We're live. With little Ava. Showing her how to open up Pokemon cards. And Ava got this stuff all over the floor. What is you eat? Ooh. Ooh. You're a greedy thing, too. Got that tank on you. But yeah, man, I'm good. Everybody's good. Just dealing with the lawyers, with the dad, with my dad's estate. Like, we got action we got to be processing. And, not going to go into that on the channel. But, yeah, give me that. But yeah, crazy times, but we're good, man. We're good. I'm good. I hope everybody is good. And the hobby is holding itself. But products going to be hard to get for a while, guys. It's just the fundamentals what we come up to. So if you're at your Walmart, Targets, Barnes and Nobles, even your hardware stores, check your groceries now because they're getting sleeve packs in. Your grocery stores, ShopRites, Kroger's, Price Choppers, Stop and Shops, getting sleeve packs in. I mean, they may be a little more pricier than what you would pay, but they'll probably be cheaper than what your LGS is charging you. Grab them. There are some decent packs, especially if you get Destined Rivals, even Mega, Prismatic, mini tins and stuff like that. Because I've seen all types of product coming in at these stores. Good pickups, man. I'm just getting what I can, whatever I can get, and I'm setting them and forgetting them. All right, but I am marking down what packs are inside, and I'm double checking to make sure the packs are still the same, so I can put them in the same box that I know that they're gonna have Surgery Sparks and Twilight Masquerade. That at any point in time that they change, I can pretty much pinpoint it because of what I got. So I got to stay on top of this. Otherwise, you got to break down all the product. But these are going up. So for every one of these I'm buying, I'm up like $8 on them because they're already going for $18 on TCG Player, and I paid 11. So $8 profit. I bought 10. I'm almost up almost all my money. I get almost all my money back, and I'm still profiting. So if you go to sell them on open market for full MSRP, I mean full retail price of what they're going for. So, yeah. Other than that, man, yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, share the Pokemart TCG, guys. Drop a comment down in the comment section of the video. Hit me up. Currently, I'm still at 6 Cold Drive. You can hit me up on that email. Hit me up on Instagram or MikeDap6 on Facebook. We will be going forward looking at the Pokemart TCG YT at Gmail when we officially get that email posted up on the business cards, because somebody locked up Pokemart TCG on Gmail and I couldn't use that. So I had to put YT, which stands for my YouTube, so I'll know that it's this channel. But I'm trying to collate everything in, format everything in under Pokemart TCG. So it makes total sense rather than have a 6 Cold Drive at email at MSN.com and I'm Pokemart TCG. So I'm coinciding everything from the email and everything from Instagram and the Facebook Marketplace to Pokemart TCG. So it signals me out under that, and you know who I am. So that's where I'm at with that. If it makes sense to you. Other than that, man, I want to say thanks for stopping by, checking out the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, share out this video on all your social medias. And I want to tell everybody, have a great rest of the evening. And hopefully going forward, when I do live again in this format, I can have this other camera off without having the diamond up there with me and the two. It'll just be the one. And hopefully it'll be good, and we just have one camera running. But yeah, man, I'm good. Everybody's good. I hope you guys do well. And I hope you guys, I can help you navigate this market here in the bull market we're still in. Never left. Or it may have seemed to have left, but it's here, guys. We're still in the bull market. Still opportunities out there. And I'm trying to help you guys make the best decisions for your portfolios. All right. That said, guys, have a great rest of the day. And I'll see y'all on the next video. Do it now. Peace. Oops. Peace. Whole lot of love for you. High five. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. We're out of here. You want to say bye, Ava? Say we'll see you later? Bye. Oh, hold on. I got to pick you up so you can see. Tell them, say we'll see you later. Bye. Tell them, say like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye. Bye-bye. All right, guys, we're out of here. All right, let's get down. All right, they see you. Go eat. I know you eat your greedy self, and you need that diaper change. All right, guys, we're out.
Stop that before you spill it, make a mess.